Additional charge for extra toppings, max 3 and extra cheese. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee not included.
Miss an electrical problem and it can mean big trouble for your business. That's why Napa delivers parts, tools, and expertise to catch problems before they become breakdowns. That's Napa know-how.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
That was funny right there. Well, I was nice about it. I mean, back in the day when you worked with Zach, if you asked him that question
about his rundown,
he would berate you, tongue lashing for not looking at your rundown.
Yeah,
which is the law.
Can't deviate from the rundown.
Biblical. Cannot deviate.
It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to it. It is a Tuesday, the day after. Yes. The Broncos still are not going to the Super Bowl. The Broncos still lost the AFC Championship game, and we're still digesting it as we always do after a Broncos game that Tuesday. Leftovers. Stuff that did not get talked about as much yesterday that you want to bring to our attention, as well as the main topics, the main themes. Hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043, also on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. We passed 25,000 subscribers recently. Great number. Let's keep going. And more importantly, contribute to the show and keep up a running dialogue. I love watching the conversation that goes on throughout the course of the morning between you listeners, talking with each other.
You guys.
So that's good stuff. Stoke. Well, let's first of all hear from Garrett Bowles on how he processed the last 24 hours.
That's a good question. Obviously, it's devastating for me. And all my teammates, to be honest. We put in a lot of work this season and did exactly what we needed to do, and we just came up one game short. Probably one of the most crushing losses I've ever faced. Worse than the Miami loss, to be honest, a couple years ago. But listen, this team is full of winners, full of dog mentalities. This team's young and humble and hungry. We have a lot of money this offseason to be able to go get some key players. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for where this team's going and this future in this organization.
Stoke, what is the day after being eliminated? What is that day like? What kind of emotions are you feeling when all of a sudden it's suddenly over?
Well, look, you lose in the AFC Championship game, it's going to be worse than if you lose in the fifth game of the year to Miami. I know you got beat by 70 points or whatever, but yeah, that goes without saying. I like Bowles. He knows we got a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, glad he's following
Let's go make it rain.
Glad he's following overthecap.com.
Yeah. The day after the day, man. Yeah, yesterday, you just go in there, you meet, and you have a team meeting, and maybe you'll break it up with your individual coach, and that's kind of it. Then everyone just kind of disappears, and it's just over. You'll clean out your locker or whatever and have stuff and put it in a bag and take it to your car and kind of just say bye, and then you just drive off, and you're like, now what? It's what are we going to do now? So obviously a day like today, you're not going back into the facility. It's over. So you do whatever you want to do. The year after we lost to the Ravens, it was obviously a terrible loss, and I wasn't preparing for that loss. I was preparing to keep going. And And then the wife just said, well, let's just get out of town. The wife is like, ba 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 ba. No, this time she was actually like really nice and said, let's get out of town.
Anchor.
No, she was not the anchor at that point.
She was a rock.
She was a rock. She was an uplifter.
Yes.
And so
know your role and shut your mouth.
So we went to California to see her sister and went to like Disney and stuff and just went away for 3 or 4 days.
Mindless entertainment, just get your brain off it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. But everyone's different. You know, if you have kids, it's different than when you don't have kids. If you don't have kids, you just kind of pick up. You can just, if you want to just pick up and just go, you know, to wherever. So yeah, everyone's a little bit different, but it's just crazy because it just ends so quickly. You're not preparing to lose that football game. You know, the Broncos, they lost how many games this year? 3? Before that one? So you've lost 3 games heading into that game. You really don't know the feeling of losing.
2 of them came back in September.
Right, and you're not expecting to lose. You're not thinking about losing. So you're not planning on, you know, hey, you know, if we lose, this is what we're going to do. So, no, not just happened so quick.
So with the ability to digest a little bit more, let some of that raw emotion sort of drain from your brain, have your feelings on the season changed now that you've had a day? Yesterday you said the season was a failure. Do you still feel that way?
I think I was a little bit upset yesterday.
Yes, I
my emotions got the best of me.
Yes.
I don't know. You know, failure is a strong word, but if I played on that team, I would feel that way.
Okay, that's fair.
Right? And I feel that way, you know, if you ask me, hey, was 2012 a success or failure? I would have to say it was a failure. I mean, right? So I would.
But that was different. You guys were a favored team. You had Peyton Manning. You guys were a juggernaut on offense. This was different. This was a team that exceeded expectations. They didn't have their starting quarterback.
They were number 1 seed still.
And in a year which most people said was one of the weakest number 1 seeds, wide open AFC fields of all time.
That's fair, but the Broncos should have won that game. That's the problem. You know, if they would have got blown out, I'd say, okay, I hear you, Mike, but they should have won that football game. No, I think overall, what a step forward for the Broncos. We have to look at it and say, you know, it was a great year. A lot of positives moving forward. Bo Nix was great. This defense played another really good year by them. So a lot of positives moving forward that you can build off of. So, and like Bolsey said, you got a lot of money to spend this offseason. So you're going to be able to be aggressive if you want to be aggressive. And how much fun was this year?
Oh,
thinking about where we were 3-4 years ago.
It was a gift.
So much fun.
Magical run.
So many great things happened. Magical run, to your point. It's a shame the way that it ended, but overall, yes, very successful season.
Coming up next, J.K. Dobbins wants to come back. Do you want him back? Do you think the Broncos want him back? That's next.
Jarrett Stidham came out on fire, but ultimately couldn't overcome the Patriots' defense. With bad weather and no run game, did Denver's offensive inconsistency finally catch up to them? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, that blast of snow and cold air we got last week is a reminder that we're still in a Colorado winter. And just like that second half the other day showed what weather can do to a game plan, same with what it can do to your home's plumbing. What I want you to remember is Copperhead Plumbing. They are all about delivering results with no BS, not trying to upsell you and suddenly find this or that to be looked at. Nope, Copperhead Plumbing diagnoses the problem, fixes it right the first time, and leaves your home cleaner than they found it. They are professional, courteous, and reliable with a fleet of licensed technicians. It's a winning formula that has been serving Colorado since 2007. Copperhead Plumbing is ready to go in an emergency, of course, but this recent cold snap is a reminder to get in front of potential problems. Schedule a maintenance checkup, water heater tune-ups, drain and disposal maintenance, leak inspections. Go to CopperheadPlumbingInc.com. Find money-saving coupons there, including ones for free service calls. And as always, tell them Mike Evans sent you. Call 303-552-3491. Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try us.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastry at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
You know what people tell us all the time at Soda Weight Loss? I look and feel 10 years younger.
I feel fantastic, and I feel like I'm back to where I felt kind of in the old days. Lost a lot of that belly fat.
I mean, people tell me you look great and you look like a new person.
At Soda Weight Loss, you don't just shrink, you rejuvenate.
I am down 50 pounds in 11 weeks, and this program works. The pounds melt off. It's amazing.
If you need a little inspiration, just take a look at sodaweightloss.com. You'll see hundreds and hundreds of before and after photos.
I let go of about 120 pounds. Mobility's back. When people see me, they're just shocked. You know, they always ask you, like, what'd you do? And I tell them, I came to Soda.
Right now, when you join Soda Weight Loss, your partner joins for free. Call 866-800-SODA. That's 866-800-SOTA. Or visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Discover incredible savings at the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center in Denver. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Our clearance center offers a huge selection of ranges, refrigerators, laundry, and more. Save up to 60% on open box, scratch and dent, display models, and overstocked appliances from Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. When you're looking for great deals on appliances, our clearance center is your go-to destination for the best prices and selection.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Xfinity. Now, when Team USA is on, you can almost see the moment when the kid starts believing, hey, I could be next. Now, while Xfinity can't guarantee that, they can guarantee something super important. That's your internet price won't change for 5 years. No contracts, no commitments. So, while your kid's ordering online or streaming highlight reels, your Xfinity internet price won't change. It will not budge. And who knows, by the time the next Winter Olympics roll around, your kid could be getting fitted for their very own Team USA uniform. And guess what? You'll be paying the same price for reliable Wi-Fi. And there's even more to enjoy with Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 10 years. That's a $10.99 value each month. Xfinity, imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-paid with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extras. Actual speeds may vary.
Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco Insider, will join us coming up in about a half hour. Gain your Broncos AFC Championship leftovers out there on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe, get involved like Rich Lava has. And he says, if the Broncos would have won, they'd have played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. Did we really want that?
Oh, yeah. Let's go see. I mean, we just played a pretty good Patriots team with a backup quarterback and could have won that game. I mean, it's just one game. Yes. I mean, you said it yesterday that you thought we would get destroyed by the Seahawks, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen crazier things happen. Mark's team beat Brett Favre and the Packers. They were double-digit underdog in that game. So I would have liked to seen it. You know, certainly that would have been fun to go to a Super Bowl. But still, overall, I think when you take a step back, you realize that, man, what a great year. You got the number one seed. We got to watch 2 playoff games here. When was the last time that we seen a playoff game? Oh, yeah, the AFC Championship game back in 2015 season. So, yeah, you take a step back and where this team was for 8-9 years and where they are at right now, moving forward. A lot of fun this year. A lot of fun.
We have this one from Maddington85, who says, I'm with you on this one, Matt. I never wanted an offensive lineman to flinch and false start so badly in my life on that 4th and 1, just so it would make the decision to kick the field goal a lot easier. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I wanted him to kick the field goal. And then, you know, they came up to the line of scrimmage. I'm like, all right, just try to draw him offside. Try to drive him offside. And then as soon as I saw that first flinch, I was like, yeah, same thing. I was kind of hoping for a false start just so that they didn't run the play. But, hey, there it is. And some fascinating stuff, by the way. Sean Payton doesn't really have a very good relationship with the local media, but he has some of his national guys that he's willing to talk to. And Seth Wickersham from ESPN was in his office after the game and wrote an article about how Sean was reacting to that loss. We'll get to some of that coming up here in just a little bit. In the meantime, you start looking to the offseason and some free agents. Who do you want to bring back? We'll, of course, exhaust all of that moving forward. But J.K. Dobbins is an unrestricted free agent. What about it, J.K.? You want to come back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Bronco. Yeah. I'm a Bronco. I'm a Buckeye, and I'm a Bronco. I wasn't drafted here, but I do firmly believe that I'm a Bronco and love everyone here. I even love you guys. And sometimes that's hard. Because as I can recall at the beginning of, like in the summer, you guys were you were predicting like 700 yards for me rushing throughout the whole year. I got that in 10 weeks. Almost 800. So it is hard to be, hard to like you guys, but I like you guys. That's how great it is.
A lot of fake media left there. Yeah, in 10 games, 772 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards per carry. No doubt he was missed, and he was certainly missed on Sunday. But was he missed enough, Stoke, that you want to bring him back?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, what's the price? What's that going to be? You have to ask yourself that. I thought he was great this year. And he's a great teammate, you can tell. He's good in the locker room. He's good on the football field. He's tough. So, I mean, I said yesterday, I'm ready to flip it over a little bit, though, Mike. I don't want to get caught in this rut of, yeah, let's bring back everyone that we had from the previous year. So we're going to bring back Little Jordan, Troutman, Dobb, at a certain point, you just got to say, all right, thank you. It was fun. Nice ride. You've been great here, but now we got to try to find a younger version of yourself. Are we at that point? I don't know. I mean, you just listen to him talk, and that's the type of guy you want on your team, right?
Of course. And when you talk about JK, you say, boy, if only he hadn't been hurt. Yeah, but that's his career. Stokey's been in the league now 5 years. He's never played a full season. The most games he ever played in a season was his rookie year in Baltimore. He played in 15. This year he played in 10. Year before that he played in 13. There was a reason why he was out on the market so long. There was a reason why he signed with the Broncos on June 10th. June 10th on a one-year deal for basic NFL veteran chump change money. So if you're telling me you can bring him back on that kind of deal, sure. Why not? But it wouldn't stop me from still going out and looking to add somebody that I envision being RB1.
Well, I mean, then what are you going to do with Harvey? What are you going to?
Harvey is your third down change of pace back.
Well, so
what I'm saying is he's not a 4-down back.
Well, I don't want him playing on special teams.
No, when I say 4 down, I mean first down, second down, third down. Go for it on fourth down.
Go for it fourth.
Fourth and 1 on the 14 in the AFC Championship game. Too soon? Too soon? Too soon?
Way too soon.
That one stung.
No, but we're going to throw the ball. We're going to throw it. We got the look we wanted, Mike. They gave us the look we wanted. Until they didn't.
6-1 look.
Until they didn't. Until they switched it up on us, I guess. Holy cow. I think I'm just ready to turn over the running back room.
Really?
Yeah, let's draft a guy.
So R.J. Harvey's the only guy you want to keep?
Asterisk by Harvey.
Asterisk?
No, not by Harvey. Sorry, Dobbins. Asterisk
Okay.
by Dobbins.
Okay.
I'm still it's up in the air. Let's just see how this thing goes. I'm not rushing to re-sign him. Let's just see how the offseason goes and what it looks like maybe in the draft, and then we'll revisit him after the draft.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about him being scooped up right away.
Right. So I think that's going to be my approach at the running back room. But, yeah, as far as like Jaleel McLaughlin, Bidet, thank you. We appreciate it, but, we've decided to move on.
I just don't think you can come back with your plan next year to be J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey as your 2 top backs.
It would have been better than our plan this year.
That was your plan this year.
Well, but we know more about it. You're talking about Harvey in his second year, not a rookie.
Okay.
And you're talking about Dobbins, a guy that we've actually seen play in this system and a guy that looked really good. So last year there was a lot of unknowns with those 2 guys. This year there's going to be less unknown. You know more of what you're getting. So, I mean, we're hoping that Harvey gets better, right?
Well,
that's a possibility.
Well, that was going to be my question. When it comes to R.J. Harvey,
his ceiling is established.
I mean, is
Whoa,
it?
Zach, settle down.
Is it? I mean, how much?
He can't be that guy.
I think he's going to get about 4 or 5 more reps this year in training camp. You're going to see a different R.J. Harvey.
All right, let's get it out of the way.
Sorry, Zach. 4 or 5. He's going to look like a different back. That's all it's going to take.
It's impossible.
Day number 339.
It's literally impossible.
Zach smear campaign.
I thought he looked better as the season went on. I thought he looked more comfortable. So he did a lot of good things, Mike. I mean, let's not act like he was. There was a lot of positives for R.J. Harvey. So I think there's something to build off of there. Maybe to your point in a certain role, but I still think that there's something to build off of with R.J. Harvey.
I'd like more of a power back.
I'm with you.
And the question is that J.K. Dobbins? I guess I would leave myself. I'd put him on the back burner, okay? And then I would go into free agency. I'd go into the draft, and I'd see what presents itself. And if I can't find a bruising back in free agency or the draft that I like, all right, J.K., how'd you like to come back on a one-year deal?
Look, we're seeing eye to eye.
I think we are. Yeah.
So, but I'm with you. I'm with you on that. You're going to be able to find one, right? I mean, there's running backs everywhere, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
They're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: is sometimes in the draft they just don't fall. The guy that you like just doesn't fall to you.
Right.
So, But, we also need a tight end or two.
Agreed. Coming up next, speaking of Zach, he put out
maybe a slot receiver.
Maybe a slot receiver.
Hopefully, pray. Thank you.
Might want to upgrade that offensive line. Zach put out a poll on what fans want for the new stadium, open air or retractable. Some interesting results. Share those with you next.
Sean Payton said he couldn't coach scared this week, and he certainly followed through. But did his aggressive mindset cost the Broncos a shot at the Super Bowl? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what is happening? The new year is here. Right now comes a chance to make real positive changes in your life. But if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction and you're ready to move past the frustration and embarrassment, it's time to call my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. There may be no better resolution than finally taking control of your ED. Jeff and his team at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they're the absolute best. They'll get you taken care of. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. And they have treatments that work when the pills or the herbals fail. They serve the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. It's a new year. Make the resolution to treat your ED and change your life. All it does is take one phone call. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
New deals, new wheels. AutoNation's New Year, New Wheels event is going on now. Drive any new or used vehicle 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Save thousands on Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Chevys, Mercedes-Benz, and more. 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation store today or AutoNation.com.
On select models with approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase on deferred payments. See store for details.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here. For 50-80 Exteriors, Colorado homes face more risk than ever from intense weather, including wildfire exposure. 50-80 Exteriors prioritizes fire-resistant, non-combustible, low-maintenance exterior upgrades with reliable quality installations. Protect your home with James Hardy siding, TimberTech decking, and Pella Impervia fiberglass windows, all designed to stand up to heat, weather, and time. They also offer 60 months no-interest financing. 50-80 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
The Ultimate RV Show is returning to the Colorado Convention Center in Denver, Colorado. Admission is free. Join us January 28th through the 31st to shop special show pricing on over 300 fully staged new and used RVs. Get a first look at brand new models. Browse a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Check out the latest RV gear and accessories and enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Ultimate RV Show at the Colorado Convention Center, January 28th through the 31st. Get your free ticket today at ultimatervshow.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cudarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar tomorrow at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Scudarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's tomorrow at noon. coloradorle.com.
Is your money doing everything it can for you? Like automatically pushing more of your money to savings every day?
I don't think so.
Then switch to Huntington Bank. And let's get more from money. Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Denver counts on Fix-It 24/7 for heating and plumbing with legendary service. Proud partner of the Denver Broncos and proud to serve the community. FixMyHome.com.
Short-term memory loss.
I don't remember. What was the reason I gave for earlier?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't remember what you said. You think I remember the reason?
Ironclad sources.
One of the biggest haters in my life, my wife. My wife. She will even vouch for that story.
And spontaneous karaoke.
New additions like Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike.
If I like a girl who can cool it down.
Slow it down.
Watch out, I'm gonna lose control.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Our Bronco insider Mike Kliss will join us coming up in about 15 minutes. A lot of ground to cover with him. Broncos set to lose Davis Webb to the Raiders.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah, he's going in for a second interview.
Oh, wow. You said they're set to lose him to the Raiders. Like, it's got to happen.
Well, if you're going in for a second interview with a team, isn't that usually a pretty good indication that they...
You think they're hiring him? No, that doesn't mean...
Why would you have a second interview then?
Because you want to learn more about the guy? It doesn't mean you're going to hire the guy, Mike.
It means you're very, very interested in the guy.
There's a lot of people that get second interviews.
Okay, well, we'll ask Mike about it. In the meantime, our guy Zach Bai put out a interesting poll question following up on the conversation that we had here yesterday.
The Raiders can't hire him.
What do you mean they can't hire him?
You got to go with someone else. I just think that's a...
You think it'd be a typically Raider-type move?
No, I just think that you see what's happened there over the last, let's say, 4 years. It feels like they've had 5 or 6 coaches. And every year they just fire a coach. I mean, he barely makes it through the season, or they might not make it through the season.
You are aware they need a new coach.
I understand that, Mike. But I'm just saying, I just think that you're going to hire a guy that's coached NFL football for 3 years. That's a guy you're going to hire? Now, look, hey, he might be
He wouldn't be the first.
I understand. He might end up being a great head coach. I just think that that's when you look at their situation, it's risk-reward. Now, you could also argue that, hey, Pete Carroll was a proven coach, and they thought he could stabilize that place, and it didn't work out too well for him. So maybe to go for the young, hotshot, new, innovative head coach to pair with,
Fernando.
Boy wonder from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
See how that works for him. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Well, Zach put out this question yesterday about the stadium. We were talking about the stadium. I had some strong opinions, still do, about it. His question was a poll question. As the Broncos build their new stadium in the coming years, where do you stand on a retractable roof? Having it avoids the slog of that second half on Sunday, but eliminates a classic setting of, quote, football weather. So the two options were bring on the roof, baby, or toughen up and play outside. What do you think the results were? 1,000 votes, over 1,000 votes. Pretty good sample size.
I would say probably fans say, let's be tough. We're Denver. We want the elements. This is who we are. This is how we've played football around here forever. So I would say probably the majority of people voted for outdoor elements.
Wasn't even close.
Really?
67% said bring on the roof. 33% said toughen up.
Wow.
The ceiling is established.
In this case, they want a ceiling. Or
wow.
one that moves back and forth.
Right. Okay, that's great for me. I mean, look, if you have a retractable, what does that mean? You get the best of both worlds, right?
Sure.
So if you want to open it, you open it. You do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, so I like having that flexibility. If we want to close it, we close the darn thing. And we can have concerts and everything else in there. But if you want to open it up and you want some elements in certain situations, you could do that. So that's good. I'm fine with that.
I'm blown away by how many, and I heard from a lot of you yesterday about it, the outdoor crowd. I'm blown away by how many Bronco fans cling to the idea of you got to have it open permanently, when now I can point to 2 teams that missed out on going to a Super Bowl because of the weather. Okay, as great as the Broncos' history has been, you would have had, in all likelihood, 2 more Super Bowl appearances if only you were playing in a climate-controlled environment. Your year, sorry to bring it up, your year with Payton, the Ravens game, and then Sunday. 2 Super Bowl appearances taken away by weather because it was so important to be outdoors in the elements. By the way, the whole real football thing, we had unbelievable weather this year. I think, every game during the regular season, the temperature was above 60 degrees in the let me ask all the football fans, all the season ticket holders out there listening right now. When you were sitting through all those games, it was beautiful weather. Were you ever sitting there going, you know what would make this better? Snow and single-digit wind chill.
Blizzard.
That would be awesome.
Add some wind to it. We
Right?
need some wind.
Yeah. Of course not. Of course not. So, it's an outdated way of thinking. If you have the technology and you have the means, and they got the pockets over there to have the means, make it nice.
Don't
make
we
it
have
climate
both?
controlled.
Yeah. Don't we have, we got the technology and the means. So, I just, whatever they do, it's going to be nice. It's going to be great. They're going to do a great job. New stadium's going to be awesome. Right? I don't have any doubt about that.
Oh, it'll be beautiful.
It's going to be
art.
Right.
It'll be the new gold standard.
Right. How cool is that?
Yeah.
You look over there, I think about the practice facility. I can't wait to see that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably.
When are you going to get in the tub?
Well, that's what I was about to bring. Probably not going to get the invite to the cryo now.
Why not?
I was a little bit upset yesterday.
Nah, you're walking it back.
Okay.
You're walking it back.
A little bit upset.
You were all about it's a failure, and you know what?
Kicked the field goal.
I allowed you to have your little temper tantrum yesterday. You know what? It was like I allowed you to just throw a temper tantrum and just cry yourself out. Just cry yourself out. That's what you did yesterday. You cried yourself out, and now you're better.
Sometimes that's what you have to do.
Sometimes you have to do that.
You were a good teammate. Usually you're not. Usually you're a bad teammate. But yesterday you're actually a good teammate, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Yeah. I could
Thanks
sense
a lot,
I could
Mike.
sense what was going on. I was like, you know what Stoke needs right now? He needs a good cry. Let him just have a good cry. You know, he'll go to sleep, and then he'll wake up and feel better.
Yep.
So, and that's what's happened.
That's what's happened.
And that's what's happened. On the RumbleSlot.com text line, Mike, I can't believe it was even that close. I'm with you. I'm done with losing a game because of the weather. Let's make this stadium a ragtop, baby. I am with you. I am with you on that. And I am with you in telling you that Mike Kliss joins us coming up next.
Support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital today for a chance to win 2 tickets to Super Bowl 60. One lucky winner and a guest can win 2 tickets to the big game, attend the exclusive Legends for Charity event, and a meet and greet with ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit, plus a 4-night hotel stay, round-trip airfare, and ride-and-share credit. Go to propeller.la/Super Bowl LX for more details. That's propeller.la/Super Bowl LX.
No donation required for entry. See official rules on propeller.la for details.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's happening, Stoking, for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions. Got a few that are ending today. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Got a contractors, vehicles, tools, and equipment auction that is ending at 8:30 this morning. Over 1,000 items in it. In that auction, got a really cool item in there. Trump True Laser cutting machine. This thing is unbelievable. Like I said, that's ending at 8:30 today. You still have time. That's got cars, trucks, mini excavators, forklifts, camper van, cargo van. Really cool items. If you're looking for a golf cart, yep, they got a few of those in there. And they also has a Dodge Charger. That thing looks like it flies. And later this afternoon, got a Former Rage Fitness auction that will be ending with Pilates and training equipment, all kind of workout equipment. That's ending at 2 o'clock. And then always one of my favorites tomorrow that will be in at 8:30 in the morning, Government Computer Police Evidence Auction. This is what I love about Roller Auction. They're always updating and adding new auctions. So go see it all. You get yourself one of those great deals at rollerauction.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Coach has always told us, you don't step on the field without a game plan. Same goes for retirement. You put in the work, you've earned every dollar. Now you need a strategy that protects it, right? That's why I trust my friends over at Trajan Wealth. They'll help you build a retirement plan that balances growth with protection so you're not leaving your future up to chance. They'll walk you through reducing risk, creating dependable income, and making sure your money lasts as long as you do. You can't control the markets, but you can control your plan. That's what I love about Trajan Wealth. They're going to come up with that game plan specifically designed for you, your goals, your needs. You can visit Trajan Wealth at TrajanWealth.com or give them a call, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100. Trajan Wealth will give you the tools to not worry and have that fear about what's next in retirement. They have offices located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 3/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN. To borrow up to $10,000, use code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000.
Ah, the internet. A place where your curiosity can flourish. Unless malware gets in the way. It's a place that can surprise you. with fishing websites and trackers. The internet is wonderful, but you must protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. TechRadar named it the #1 VPN in 2025. A single NordVPN account secures up to 10 devices. What else? This cybersecurity tool also encrypts your browsing. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. NordVPN scans the dark web to check that the information associated with your email address is not exposed. Just a few clicks and you're safer online. Browse with more peace of mind. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Sharp criticism.
Mark Schlereth a pansy.
Cries for help.
Dude, wake up.
No.
I need better from you.
And a little bit of tough love.
If the truth gives you a wedgie, then you know what? Buy better underpants.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, Mike Kliss set to join us here in a little bit. We're talking about the idea of playing in an indoor stadium, what it's cost the Broncos over the last decade plus. Brought up your game, the Raheem Moore game. Sorry, I know it still stings, but Jeff says you guys have hung. You guys seem to forget that game came down to Raheem Moore making a poor play, had nothing to do with the elements. True, but what I'm telling you is we watched that Broncos team that year. You were on that team. If that game is played in a climate-controlled environment, you win that game by 3 touchdowns, and you sail into the Super Bowl.
We
Correct?
still would have had one game left.
Correct?
Patriots.
Yeah.
We're still here!
You sail into the playoffs.
Yeah, well.
Anyway.
Didn't happen.
I know it didn't happen, but it would have happened. And by the way, just so we're having the debate about what you want and what you prefer, you're really not going to have a say in it. The Broncos have pretty much already put it out there that the plans are for a retractable roof. So.
Oh, so they're not going to do a fan vote?
No.
Oh, it's not a fan vote.
Do not think it'll come down to the fans.
Yeah, I would hope not. I would hope not. You see where Shador's going into the Pro Bowl? What are we doing?
Well,
what's worse? What's worse, him getting his jersey retired or him going to the Pro Bowl?
Foolishness. I've heard the Browns are going to retire his number because he's now a Pro Bowler.
I mean,
come on, dog.
What are we doing?
Stole that from the internet, yes.
What are we doing?
Well, hey, look.
What are we doing?
The Pro Bowl jumped the shark a long time ago, so the only thing I pay attention to is the first round of Pro Bowl announcements, and then knowing that a lot of guys, either because they're hurt or they're playing in the Super Bowl or they just don't want to go, they end up pulling out, and so you end up getting down to the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th alternate, and before you know it, Shador Sanders is a Pro Bowler.
Oh, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It really is embarrassing. So he's not even close to being a Pro Bowler. It's not even debatable.
No.
Like Dion wouldn't even defend that. Right?
Even Dion's like, come on.
Bro. Right?
How about this for a stat? You ready for this? Since 2006, a total of 696 quarterbacks have thrown 200 or more passes. Shador Sanders' 18.9 QBR this year ranks 692nd out of those 696.
Wow.
What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? And you don't even have Payton and Eli doing it this year.
And by the way,
But you know what? Are we going to see Tug of Man?
Oh, there'll be a Tug of Man.
We still doing Tug of Man? Are we still doing the competition stuff? What is it? Isn't it a flag football game now, or what? That's what it was, a flag football game,
but
right?
I thought they were still doing the skills competition.
They are? Okay, I don't know.
I thought which is basically field day. I thought they were still doing field day.
Okay, good.
I
hope
thought.
so.
Dude, I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, I am so done with every All-Star game but the baseball All-Star game. That's it. I don't watch the hockey one. I don't watch the basketball. I don't watch the Pro Bowl. I'm so over all of them because they've all become jokes. At least baseball.
That's Bush League.
At least with baseball, if
baseball's terrible.
Yeah, but it's not because if I'm if I'm pitching in the All-Star game and you're at bat in the All-Star game, guess what? I'm still throwing. What do you think I'm throwing? I'm still throwing 98, baby. And you're
throwing 72.
I'm still throwing cheese, man. And you're still
You're
trying.
a knuckleballer.
I'm a knuckleballer. That's right. I actually I'm like wiping snot on the baseball, to try to get a little extra on it. I'm a Vaseline guy, right? No, but I'm going to try my best, and you're going to try to hit me. So it's still
bad.
It's still the closest representation of the way that the game is actually played in the baseball All-Star game than compared to the jokes of the other three. So yeah. But congratulations, Shedeur Sanders.
No,
and I'm not here to. I'm being sarcastic. And by the way, this isn't just bag on Shedeur. I'm not giving up on Shedeur Sanders. He was a rookie, and like any rookie, I'm going to treat him accordingly. But this is a joke.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
I mean, it's comical. That's how bad it is. I mean, you're putting in a guy that – how many games did he start, Mike? Do you know how many games he started last year?
I'm sorry. I don't have the exact – I think it was 6 or 6?
7?
6, 7? 6, 7? 6, 7.
Oh. So, what are we doing? Nothing tells you that he should be a Pro Bowler. Nothing. Even in those 6 or 7 games.
Right.
So,
but the people who are putting the Pro Bowl together, they love the idea of this because he brings attention. He brings his fans, and so for an event that probably needs all the life it can pumped into it, he'll help do it.
Yeah, we'll see. Tug-A-Man's still supposed to be in there, supposedly, so we'll get some Tug-A-Man.
7 starts for Shedeur.
Wow.
He had 7.
That's embarrassing for the NFL. It really is. Like, as a former player, that's embarrassing. It's depressing.
That's too depressing.
Look, I had my depressing day yesterday. I was pissed, screaming and yelling. But I'm ready to move on and think about how good of a season it was.
Good.
How much fun it was.
I'm glad to hear that.
So that's kind of where I'm at today. So I had one day to be pissed off.
Yeah.
And I took my day.
You did.
And I ran with it. And now I'm a reflect and be appreciative of what we got to watch and how much fun we had this season.
That's good.
So that's where I'm at now. I don't want to do a smear campaign because then we're just going to relive it. I'm ready to move on. Turn the page.
I was surprised at first when you were like just so blatantly, oh, it's a failure. Because that's not the same guy who started the season.
I know.
By saying, hey, look, today,
Lanyap.
this is a gravy Lanyap year. They could go 9-8, 8 or 9, and I could still feel good about it. And so then to fast forward to you being like, this is a failure. I was like, all right.
Well, Mike, it's a failure because they were so close. They should have won. They should have won the game.
Yes, but it doesn't make the season a failure.
Well, if you say success or failure, like you only have 2 options. That's what makes it a difficult call because at that point I couldn't say success because we're coming off of a game that we should have won. They should have won that game. And now if you lose by 20, I say, okay, it just was not meant to be. They should have won the game. And if I was on that team, just like I think about 2012, I would say, hey, overall, it was a failure. We should be in the Super Bowl.
All right, Mike Kliss maybe a little
sleepy. Is Kliss
maybe
tired?
A little sleepy
Mike?
I forgot.
Mikey, where are you?
We're putting out a APB on Mike Kliss. Hey, it's been a long season, okay? Maybe he's a little tired. But we'll get Mike on at some point this morning. I hope so, because we got a lot of ground to cover with him. But up next, what should the Broncos do with Jarrett Stidham? Is it time to move on from Stiddy?
Jarrett Stidham.
That's next.
The Broncos' offense fell flat in the snow, and Denver lost to the Patriots in the conference championship. As the magical season comes to a close, did Sean Payton prove his team is for real?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey, what's up? It's Zach here. And if you're looking for your new go-to spot in Centennial, the Basketball Social House is it. Award-winning food and drinks, an incredible weekend brunch, and a brand new sports bar entertainment space where you can catch every Colorado game. Even if you're not playing, it's a great hang. But if you are, their private basketball suites are unreal. Full court, lounge, music, TVs, the whole setup. And because you're hearing this from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental. Just use code HALFOFFHOOPS. Trust me, you're going to love this place.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at Hellsberg.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Brandon Stokley here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Okay, does this happen to anybody else? You sit down with a juicy QPC, some McNuggets, and those golden fries from McDonald's. Then you take a long sip of your Sprite because you can still hear your mama saying, don't fill up on that drink before you eat your food. But you're grown now, so you do what you want.
Share and share alike with the 20-piece McNuggets from McDonald's for just $6. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Xfinity. Now, when Team USA is on, you can almost see the moment when the kid starts believing, hey, I could be next. Now, while Xfinity can't guarantee that, they can guarantee something super important. That's your internet price won't change for 5 years. No contracts, no commitments. So, while your kid's ordering online or streaming highlight reels, your Xfinity internet price won't change. It will not budge. And who knows, by the time the next Winter Olympics roll around, your kid could could be getting fitted for their very own Team USA uniform. And guess what? You'll be paying the same price for reliable Wi-Fi. And there's even more to enjoy with Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 10 years. That's a $10.99 value each month. Xfinity, imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-paid with stored bank account. Taxes, fees, extras. Actual speeds may vary.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Denver counts on Fix-It 24/7 for heating and plumbing with legendary service. Proud partner of the Denver Broncos and proud to serve the community. FixMyHome.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver.
You're listening to Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Smear campaigning. And the Zach Buy Sensitivity Smear Campaign rolls on.
Bonding moments.
Man, today was a great day for the Wolfpack.
And just a hint of bodily functions.
Deviled eggs. Not only do I love the taste, but I know I'm going to hotbox the missus.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It is a Tuesday. Welcome to it.
Where's Mark?
Mark is off today.
What?
Yes.
No one told me that.
Would that have changed your anything for you? No, you'd still bring it 100 no matter
of course.
what.
Yeah, because screw them.
But I don't know. I just like to be informed of what goes on sometimes. Maybe. How long is he out for?
I think he's just taking a couple days off.
Oh.
Celebrate his birthday. His birthday was Sunday. Did you guys sing happy birthday to him in the Manning suite?
No, we didn't, but I did tell him happy birthday.
Yeah.
When he mentioned 5 times that it was his birthday.
Yeah, he likes to do that. Did he mention the fact that he's the only person in NFL history to play in a Super Bowl on his birthday where it's the corresponding number that matches his birthday? He turned 32 on Super Bowl 32.
Only 4 times.
Perhaps you've...
Once a quarter, he mentioned that. Hey, guys, did y'all know...
Hey, do you know when they play Super Bowl 60 in a couple weeks, nobody will be playing in that game on his 60th birthday. Only me. Only I will ever have a chance to say I did that.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
All right, I guess good for him.
Boy,
I'd like to be on vacation right now.
What did Jarrett Stidham do to Cecil Lammy?
Wait.
Cecil's had it with Jarrett Stidham. Done.
Really?
Move on.
Good. Get out of here.
You're dead to me type thing.
I didn't think Stidham was ultimately the main problem. Obviously, he made the one bad mistake. I guess, it's what did you expect coming into the game? A lot of people were buying the Jarrett Stidham Kool-Aid. Sean Payton was, and his teammates were pumping him up, which they should do. I like that. That's what you want to do. But, guys, we got this guy, and I tried to warn people, this guy hadn't played a real football game in over 2 years. This is the AFC Championship game. I mean, hey, you can talk all you want about, he does great job against our first-team defense when he's running scout team. What did I tell you about scout team, Mike? They get up there, and the coach puts up the diagram and says, all right, here you go, guys. All right, ready? Break. Then you walk up to the line of scrimmage, and you're just slinging around the yard. Is he getting hit? No. Is there consequences for bad throws? Is there 3 downs and you're punting? No. None of that stuff. So it's a different world when you go in between the lines. So, I think what was your expectations for Stidham? The one mistake was costly, obviously. Tried to do too much on that screenplay, and that was huge. But other than that, I can't judge Stidham. Mike, did you see the weather in the second half?
Yeah, I was sitting in it.
Right. I was sitting close to it. I was sitting in the front row of the suite, and it was drafty down there with the window open. No, but that was terrible weather, terrible. So how can we judge him in the second half? Am I crazy?
No.
Okay, so I'm not looking at Stidham as the biggest problem. I mean, we did have a chance to go up 10-0 in that football game, and I think that would have changed a lot of what happened the rest of the football game.
I did find the Stidham narrative funny all week, and especially after the game, where the idea was, well, Sean Payton gave his team a false sense of hope by talking up Stidham the way he did. Or then you had fans and people in our media, James Marillac going off and on about all the people who tried to tell you that Stidham was going to be great this week. Even our own Josh Dover put out on Twitter, some of you thought Stidham was better this entire time. Shame on you. Easy. Look, I said at the end of the week, okay, what you heard last week from the announcement that Bo was out and that Stidham was going to play right up until we broke this show down on Friday. What did I say? That it was a week spent with people trying to convince themselves, trying to talk themselves into the idea that Jarrett Stidham would be okay, that you could win with Jarrett Stidham. But that's the key phrase. People were trying to convince themselves. I don't think people really believed it. I think they were trying to talk themselves into it. At the end of the day, I think people understood the Herculean task that was facing Jarrett Stidham. Only one time in the history of football, the record is now 1-8. Only one time in the history of football has a quarterback who was making his first start of the season in a playoff game won. That's it. 1-8. Never before has a quarterback who didn't play in the entire season made his first start of the season in a championship game. The odds were so astronomically stacked against Jarrett Stidham, then if you bought into the idea that this guy was going to ride in on a white horse and save the day,
shame on you.
Shame on you. But I don't really think a lot of people really felt that way.
But I think there was some people that were fooled. So let me ask you this.
Fooled or were willing to allow themselves to be talked into it because they wanted to believe. I think it's more of that.
Well, probably both, but people that just don't understand how difficult it really is. So they're just going to listen to, oh, yeah, well, he's done great in practice. Oh, he's gone up against the first-team defense in practice. He had a good preseason, and it just doesn't work that way. This is, now you're playing big boy football against a good team. Was Sean one of the people that believed that?
Then that becomes a different question.
Was he one of the people?
Did he coach too confident in Stidham?
Right. And is that why he went for it on fourth down? You follow me? Because if you're scared of your backup quarterback, if you're scared that he's going to make mistakes, if you're scared that he's not ready for this moment, you take the damn points, Mike. Don't you? Let's go up 2 scores, man. Mm-hmm. We got a liability at quarterback. Like, if you feel that way as a coach, you certainly don't throw it on that play. You have a backup quarterback that hasn't played 2 years. What is that, the third or fourth drive of the game? You're going to take the points. But if you believe that he is all that, then you say,
yeah, but if you spend the whole week like, hey, I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to coach scared. I can't coach scared. We got to go for it. We got to try to go out and win the football game even with a backup. Then that probably explains the attitude.
Mike, coaches lie all the time. You say whatever you want during the week. That doesn't mean that's the way you operate. You don't just go into a game and just say, oh, we're going to go for every fourth down. All of a sudden, the weather's changing in the second half. Y'all know the weather's coming in. We need to get points.
But they were moving the ball. Steady had just thrown a gorgeous pass to Mims and then a great touchdown to Sutton. I love the texture yesterday.
You start feeling yourself a little bit too much?
I think the texture one of the textures yesterday made a great point that when it came to the flow of the game at that point, Sean was feeling it a bit and kind of went with a heat check. This was Steph Curry making 5 straight threes and then pulling up from right inside half court and letting it fly. Heat check.
Yeah, but man, as a head coach, you can't allow yourself get swept up in that type of emotion, Mike.
You're not supposed to, but they do.
But
they're human.
See, that's the problem with being the head coach and the offensive coordinator.
We're going to be a problem.
Calling the plays at the same time because now you can get caught up in your emotion of what's going on in the game rather than just standing back and saying to the offensive coordinator, no. We're going to kick this field goal. We need 3 here. Have you seen the weather that's coming in the second half? I have. I listened to Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Friday when they had Chris Bianchi on. Weather's coming in the second half. We're going to take the 3 here. Right? We didn't take the 3. You start believing maybe some of the things that you were talking about. You forget about what's going on in that moment and what you need to do in that moment. And so I think sometimes if you just remove yourself, I think that's another part of the problem is you're invested so much as being the coordinator, it's making some of your head coaching decisions not be the right ones.
Well, then,
like that.
Then you're asking a lot of highly paid, successful head coaches to reassess their role then.
I'm just not everyone.
It's not just Sean. It's Sean McVay. It's Kyle Shanahan.
Listen,
but
Mike,
they're all subject to those same kind of emotions.
How did Kyle do in the Super Bowl with some of those decisions?
Which one are we talking about?
Well, the one they lost to Kansas City when they took the ball or didn't take the ball, whatever the rule was, right? I mean,
maybe he should give up his play call.
Listen, it's not for everyone.
Sean McVay probably should have kicked a field goal the other day.
Listen,
I hate Mike Shanahan. Maybe he should give it up.
All I'm talking about is, every situation is different. Every situation is different. And I think in our situation, maybe we need to look at it a little bit differently.
Well, it is what everyone's talking about around the NFL, Sean's decision to go for it, and he did allow some access to a ESPN writer after the game, and it lends to a pretty interesting picture and maybe some remorse from Sean Payton over the decision. We'll lay it out for you next.
Jarrett Stidham came out on fire, but ultimately couldn't overcome the Patriots defense. With bad weather and no run game, did Denver's offensive inconsistency finally catch up to them? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, you live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best news. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. They're a phone call away, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center for spine care. They've got MRIs, exams, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. And their board-certified physicians can educate you on what's going on and then give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, they changed my life. I suffered with debilitating pain for decades to the point where it checked me out of life. I mean, I just couldn't sleep through the night. If I quit going to the gym, a couple of short treatments with my guys at Spine One, I was back doing things I hadn't done in forever. Most importantly, sleeping through the night again. Guys, not waking up 5, 6, 7 times with back pain. They can do it for you too. Call them today and start your journey. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at Spine1.com.
Hey, Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Hey, Mike Evans here. After that recent Arctic blast, Copperhead Plumbing wants to help you avoid costly plumbing issues caused by frozen pipes. So remember, let faucets drip to keep water moving and prevent freezing. Open cabinet doors under sinks to allow warm air to circulate around your pipes. Disconnect outdoor hoses and cover outdoor spigots. If you experience frozen pipes, their team's ready to help. Give them a call at 303-552-3491 or visit CopperheadPlumbingInc.com. Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance. a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
You will ever hold in your hand, created over 40 million years ago.
There are very few items of true value in the world that fit in the palm of your hand that also express our most powerful emotions.
And that's why a natural diamond from Williams Jewelers is the natural expression of your love. I'm Michelle Williams.
And I'm Bruce Williams. It's one of the most important purchases you will ever make.
And you're counting on us to help you get it right. So come get hands-on with Denver's most beautiful natural loose diamonds.
At Williams Jewelers, I still personally hand select every natural diamond we sell, from the finest diamond cutters in the world, direct to you, all at the guaranteed best price in the state.
Say, will you with Williams?
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Tune in Tuesday afternoons for Injury Insights with Zach Bai and Dr. Joseph Ramos to hear the latest injury news on your local teams and around the world of sports. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better. Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
We're not just talking about it here. It's being talked about all around the football world. Sean Payton's decision to go for it on 4th and 1 and bypass the points that would have, in all likelihood, still got to make the kick, but would have been, about a 32-yarder?
31,
32 yards.
Yeah, right around there.
So you anticipate going up 10-0 in that AFC Championship game. We all know what happened. As far as taking a little deeper inside why it happened, Seth Wickersham at ESPN, my opinion, is the best writer at ESPN. It's not even close when it comes to really, getting into and investigating and reporting and putting together these really detailed articles. Well, he spent time before and after this game with Sean Payton, and I'll read right from his article because it's very interesting. Last Sunday night, Sean Payton sat in his office at the Broncos facility watching film of his opponent in the upcoming AFC Championship game. He wanted to have the Rams-Chicago Bears divisional round game on in the background. He turned on one of the flat screens in his office, flipped around, somehow ended up on Nickelodeon and Dora the Explorer. After singing the Backpack song, he didn't do that, I put that in there, he finally found the right channel just in time for the Bears to make a critical decision on their first drive. On 4th and 2 from the Rams' 21, they elected to skip a gimme field goal and go for it. The exact type of call that has dominated playoff professional and college football this season. Payton saw the Bears line up on offense, and he squinted. Kick it, he said. On the play, Caleb Williams was intercepted, costing Chicago 3 points, which was the difference in the final score. Payton said, quote, "Why are coaches not kicking field goals?" And he turned back to his game preparation.
That makes it hurt even more.
I know it does. So then then more from this. You probably, not many Bronco fans know the name of Evan Rothstein. Again, from Wickersham's article. The Broncos director of game management, assistant offensive line coach Evan Rothstein, is one of Payton's most trusted and valued staffers. He came to Denver from Detroit in New England, where he learned from Bill Belichick, who revolutionized situational football strategy. On Saturday mornings during the football season, Rothstein gives mesmerizing presentations to Payton and the coordinators, breaking down key moments from the previous week's games and ending with data-backed opinions of what to do should the Broncos end up in a similar position. But in the end, it's Payton's call. And again, he told Wickersham, Payton told Wickersham exactly what he told all of us after the game. I saw the opportunity to go up 14-0, and I wanted to go for it. And it finishes with Wickersham back in Payton's office after the game and actually walking out of the stadium with Sean. And Sean saying, quote, "I wish I'd stayed with the initial play call. The look they showed on film and the look we saw wasn't the look we got." And the article ends with him saying that right after the game, he's in his office and he's staring down at the floor, and he finally sits up and he says, quote, "I can't believe we lost. A few more seconds passed. That 4th down." So,
wow,
that's
very interesting.
So
to go behind the curtain and, you got to put yourself in his shoes. I mean, he knows, he realizes, right? He doesn't, overlook that decision and what it could have meant for the Broncos. I mean, I heard him talking yesterday. He's like, "Hey, we're playing good football. This is the stid. I'm like, this is why I signed this guy. He's capable of handling. He's doing a good job here." You get caught up in that emotion, and you just think that that's going to continue. It's like anything else. When you're running hot, you ever been to Vegas, a casino, you're running hot? All of a sudden, it goes cold quick. And when it goes cold, it goes really cold. And that's what happened. But you get caught up in that emotion of like, we're just going to keep on moving the football. I'm just going to keep winning. Like, 21, yes, yeah. 21, high fives. Right? So, I think that's what happened in this situation. But now that you are removed from that emotion of it, you say, damn, yeah, that was, I got caught up in that emotion. I should have just taken the points. Look at the weather in the second half. I just thought we could make. And here's the thing, too. I mean, Vrabel's a good coach for a reason. He gave them one look and did something else. So they thought they were going to get this look where it's man-to-man or whatever the case may be, and they switched it up on him. Mm-hmm. And they changed things up. I mean, he's not going to just roll out the same defense and the same play that you saw, pre-timeout.
It's interesting to note the fine line between aggressiveness and arrogance, because we've heard that word arrogance used a lot since that play call, that Sean was too arrogant, that Sean's arrogance came through, that this is one of Sean's faults. He gets too arrogant in his belief in himself or who he believes in. But yet, why has the go for it on 4th down phenomenon become such a big deal? You know why? Because fans love it. Media loves it. we have embraced and we have championed the idea of, yeah, go for it. Be aggressive. Play to win. Don't be scared. Don't coach scared. Don't play scared. And we have created that kind of environment out there. We've endorsed this. We have rubber stamped what these coaches are doing in college and pro football so much that should we be surprised that these coaches are going for it? They almost feel like they have a blank check to work with. Hey, I'm going for it. I'm being aggressive. Nobody's going to accuse me of being scared or conservative. You know, I got the wind at my back here making these decisions, and I think that ends up seeping into the decision that was made on Sunday.
Well, it's also the smart people tell you it's the right thing to do. So it's macho, it's cool, it's like we're not scared,
Right.
we're aggressive, we're playing to win.
Right.
And then you have the smart analytic people showing you the numbers. They say go for it.
Go for it.
There you go, free pass. I'm listening to my analytics people.
Right.
It says to go for it. I get a 63% chance to win if I go for this. So, you know, you have a bunch of that. But,
Nerds are powerful in sports now.
Yes, but taking, you know, that's the job of the head coach, taking the emotion out of it and coaching at, you know, and that's what Sean, I think, has done a really good job of, is he doesn't just go by analytics or what people tell him. And in this case, obviously, he made a big mistake, and it was the wrong decision in a big way. And again, I'm going to leave you with this. I said it yesterday. Even like Sean's thinking about 14-0, you're still at the 12-yard line, 14-yard line.
Excellent point.
You're still not going to score. You still haven't scored a touchdown. It's not like you're at the half-yard line where if you get it, you're fourth and goal.
Right.
No, you still got to have to score a touchdown,
Right.
which has been an issue for the Broncos.
You're fourth and what, the 6? Okay.
Right.
But you're 4th and 1 at the 14.
Much different.
For a team that even with Bo Nix playing quarterback has struggled in the red zone. I think that's an excellent point. Mike Kliss is awake, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He got that extra 45 minutes of sleep. Oh, I can't wait to hear what he's got in store for us. He joins us next.
Sean Payton said he couldn't coach scared this week, and he certainly followed through. But did his aggressive mindset cost the Broncos a shot at the Super Bowl? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You know, you can get a lot accomplished in one day. At work, to-dos at home, days spent with the kids. You can also take one day to stop your hair loss and immediately start regrowing your own natural hair. Call Advanced Hair Restoration and do what I did. Learn all about their simple yet unbelievably successful and life-changing one-day FUE treatment. Your own natural hair growing back exactly where you want it. No magic, no gimmicks, just real science, the latest technology, and legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team. Speaking of sports metaphors, I'd run through a brick wall for Dr. Pauls. 20 years ago, I did this procedure with her. I can't thank her enough for giving me my hair back, and she can do it for you. Receding hairline, thinning hair, that expanding bald spot. You can start off 2026 with a huge win. Get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Just call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cutarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cutarelli for his live webinar tomorrow at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cutarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cutarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cutarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's tomorrow at noon. coloradorle.com.
The Stock Show is a staple of Denver. For 66 years, so is Siltahar Motors, Colorado's most trusted dealership. You don't last 66 years by cutting corners. You do it by keeping your word, by treating customers like neighbors, by earning trust, not just asking for it. That's the Siltahar way. Always has been. This Stock Show season gets 0% financing and leases under $300 a month on the best trucks and SUVs in Denver. Call, click STHmotors.com, or come by Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Either way, you get everything you want out of a dealership at Siltahar Motors.
Job shaming.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course they
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we have Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco insider. He is ready to roll. He is brought to us by Fitness Gallery. He got in an extra 45 minutes of sleep, so, man, he is fired up and ready to go. How you doing, Mike?
Good, yeah. I hit the gym, and I was just really rolling on that treadmill, and I forgot.
I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. It's actually good. We got a long segment here, so we can maybe go a little extra time with you because there is so much to talk about. Being around Sean Payton as much as you have the last couple of years, as if you were able to get him alone and feed him a couple of lattes, would he regret and admit it was the wrong call to go for it on 4th and 1, or do you think he'd agree with still want to do it, but maybe a different play call? What do you think his reflections are 48 hours later?
Well, what he admits and what he says might be two different things. Yes, I think he would take the field goal, number one. His biggest regret seems to be the play call. He wanted to, had he done it over again, he would have ran the ball rather than pass the ball. I think Sean Payton, and he's allowed to do this too because he's human, I think he got excited. I think he wasn't thinking clearly there. He got caught up that they were up 7-0. He got caught up that his backup quarterback had a nice couple of throws to go up 7-0 and was moving the ball well. And he wanted to win that game 40-0. And he kind of lost himself a little bit on that play. He definitely 10-0, the way that game was going, might as well have been 100-0. He obviously should have taken it. It's not a hindsight thing. I think most people thought he should have. And then the play he had where, he was rolling out and there was no one open. That really was a big point of the game, followed by Stidham's 19-yard drop back and fumble.
Yeah, Mike. Look, did the Broncos? Did they realize the weather that was coming in? Did Sean know that the weather was going to change? Did they have any indication or clue that it was going to get that bad in the second half?
They knew it was going to snow in the second half. They knew the wind was going to pick up. They didn't know it'd be, basically it was like a flash blizzard is what happened there. And, it was a confluence of unfortunate events. New England, it started to snow right as they came out of the second half tunnel. That's when it started to snow. And by the time New England had the ball for 9:31, it was very light snow as they started to drive. It was picking up by the end of their drive. It lasted so long. By the time Stidham got out there for his first series in the second half, it was a factor. The weather was definitely a factor. And then the whole game, it kind of paralyzed the rest of the game.
Visit with Mike Cliffs, our 9 News Bronco insider. A lot of Bronco stuff, a lot of Bronco news here as we start to turn the page into the offseason. Let's start with what you were talking about this morning that you posted, that Davis Webb set for a second interview with the Raiders. Is it starting to trend like this guy is going to leave and get that job? How much do we read into that second interview?
Yeah, they I thought, he's in Vegas. I think the Vegas Raiders arranged for him to fly for an interview last night, and it's going into this morning. I'm kind of on call here, wondering if and even thinking that the job is his to lose. So that would be a blow for Bo Nix, that he oh, sorry about that.
Oh, hey. Hey.
Put your phone down, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I'm parked. I don't know how.
I know you're parked. I've been watching. Yeah, you're parked.
But yeah, I think there's a real chance that Davis Webb, who's never been a coordinator, never called plays except for a preseason game, but he is the quarterback whisperer, is kind of the reputation he built rather quickly for the development of Bo. I think he's the leading candidate there in Vegas.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I mean, I don't know if you can be the quarterback whisperer if you've just worked with one quarterback, Mike.
Well,
so,
hey. Here's the deal. It always goes by what happened the previous year, right? And this past year, the first-year coaches that hit were Ben Johnson and Liam Cohn. Both were offensive-minded, offensive geniuses, so to speak. And they turned around the Bears and they turned around the Jaguars after years of futility. And so the young play caller, or in this case, the young offensive-minded coach is the high commodity. Vance Joseph is eminently more qualified than Davis Webb. And Vance Joseph has kind of fallen off, even though as a defensive coordinator, he calls plays. He had a great year. He'll never be hotter. And yet it doesn't look like he's going to get a head coaching job. Even though he was interviewed for several of them, he's not going to get a head coaching job because most of these guys want offense.
Yeah, I mean, the difference, and you mentioned it with Davis Webb, is, you compared him to the other two guys. The other two guys called plays for years. And Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen. I mean, this guy hadn't called plays, but hey, good luck to him. Mike, what's next for the Broncos here as we move forward? What's next on the itinerary for the Broncos?
Well, as you know, you got Sean Payton and George Payton talking today, so we'll have a lot of questions for them. But basically what happens is they evaluate their own guys and see what they need to do to make that next step. I guess 2 steps. One, to make it to the Super Bowl. And I don't think anybody thought the Broncos were beating Seattle if they got there in the Super Bowl. So that's 2 more steps. What do they have to do? They've got to address their own free agents in particular. John Franklin Myers, Dobbins, and Alex Singleton, Justin Sternad. On defense, their concern is inside linebacker. You got Singleton and Sternad, who are free agents, and you got Greenlaw, who's injury prone, making a non-guaranteed $9 million. You might have to make an adjustment to bring him back. And on offense, I think you got to address running back again. Dobbins. Everyone's saying Dobbins should come back for 1 year. With his history, I'd go get a younger running back and try to get someone else to team with Harvey. I think the move they should make there, and then they gotta pump up that receiver room just a little bit, or make Marvin Mims a little bit more of the focus, because that fell off there in the second half of the season.
VJ going anywhere?
Doesn't look like it.
Not even Arizona?
He was up there with Arizona, but from what I understand, the GM there, wants to go offense, and it looks like it's going to be Mike LaFleur, who, by the way, isn't calling plays for the Rams.
Wow. But he's close to Sean McVay.
Exactly.
The touch of Sean McVay.
Little Odin McVay rubbed off on him. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of what Davis Webb, Sean Payton turned around the team here, and they want some of that Sean Payton stuff to go up to the Raiders. The Raiders have a lot of Broncos influence up there. Spytek, even though he wasn't around Sean Payton, he knows the Broncos organization. You got
do we lose? Oh, there we go.
We'll call it. You got me now?
We got you.
You got me?
We got you.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Brian Stark, their college. Mark Thews is in operations, so they got a lot of Broncos influence up there with the Raiders, and so they've probably been eyeballing Davis Webb for a couple of years.
All right, Mike, great stuff. Glad you got a good workout in. You got a busy day today. And, yeah, we'll be following you on Twitter for updates on what might be going on. Breaking news with Davis Webb. Again, you can follow Mike on Twitter, on X, at MikeKliss9 News. Mike, we appreciate it. Thanks.
Good job parking the car, Mike. Good job parking the car.
Park the car. Don't do it while driving.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Could you imagine?
Guys, I appreciate your patience.
There he goes.
He did do it one time with us, like he was ordering a Chick-fil-A sandwich or something.
Oh, really?
Give me, large size that, please. No, I think Bo Nix is playing great. They're doing a great job. Coca-Cola. No, give me the sweet tea.
Mike Kliss brought to you by Fitness Gallery, home of the world's finest fitness equipment. That is, by the way, if indeed Davis Webb is in high demand by the Raiders, and remember, this is Tom Brady's call. Tom Brady and his buddy Spytek, Michigan guys, they're making this call. And, for all the Sean Payton critics out there, and the game has passed Sean by and all this and all that, if they're in a hurry to hire a guy like Davis Webb, who only has been a quarterback coach and has never been a play caller, and they're prepared to make him the head coach and be the play caller for a quarterback that they're probably going to take in Fernando Mendoza with the first overall pick, and they're going to pair him up with Davis Webb, that's a pretty good indication about what they think of Sean Payton and the influence that Payton has had on Davis Webb, just like this Mike LaFleur, the influence he's got the Odin McVay on him.
Sure.
So,
and, he has worked closely with a young quarterback that has played really well. That's a kicker. When you're the quarterback coach and that quarterback, young guy, the sixth quarterback taken in that draft, has played as well as Bo played the last 2 years, then guess what? Owners and general managers take notice, because what has to happen now for the Raiders? They have to develop a young quarterback. And so, hey, he just did it with Bo. Let's hope he can do it with our guy. But, man, it is so much more than that, being a head coach.
Yep.
And are you going to be called, to your point, are you going to be calling the plays too?
I would think
he's just been a quarterback coach. He just sits on the sideline and just, when the drive's over, he just goes on the sideline, sits down with the, iPad, like, okay, Bo, let's look at this. Look, they played cover 2 right here. All right, this is where we want to throw it right here. Wow, okay.
You're not hiring him because of a track record of being a leader of men or being good at the front of the room. You're not hiring him to be the head coach and then just be the quarterback coach. You're hiring him with the idea that this is an up-and-coming offensive mind that we also think has the traits to become a really good head coach, and we want to tap into that.
It's a big jump.
It's a huge jump.
From a quarterback coach to a head coach.
It's mind-boggling.
We talked about Vance when he got the job here. He was just a, one-year defensive coordinator in Miami, right? And it's a big jump.
Huge jump.
All of a sudden, you're not just in front of the offensive group. You're in front of the whole team. And you haven't done anything close to that before. Not saying it can't work out, but odds would say not in your favor of that working out. That's all I'm saying. But if Davis Webb gets it, good for him. Congratulations, because he's done a good job here. I like our coaching staff. I like our offensive staff that we have here. So, hey, all good.
Also, isn't it just another classic example of when it comes to hiring in the NFL, how teams go from whatever type of model the previous coach was and they go the exact opposite direction with the next hire?
That's what you got to do.
You know, whether it's we go from the first-time head coach who failed and clearly it was too big for him to let's go with the, veteran coach. Maybe he's a retread, but he's done it before. And then when you do that,
new guy,
doesn't work.
Offense
Now we
to
need
defense.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
the way it works.
It looks like it could be playing out there with the Raiders. So we shall see.
Thank goodness that we don't have to worry about that. Oh my goodness! Remember those days? I mean, we're a little bit like we're laughing at the Raiders right now. We're a little bit like the Raiders.
Oh, I love the Raiders. A little bit.
And
we were the Raiders.
And not as.
I love the Raiders.
No, we're still looking down on the Raiders. And where you're just kind of searching for that coach. And when you don't find a coach and you're just looking for a new coach, you got a new offense. I mean, it is rinse and repeat, and it's not fun.
Let's get to 4 down territory.
It's time for 4 down territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with first down.
Stoke, what was your reaction yesterday when you heard that Shedeur Sanders is going to the Pro Bowl?
What are we doing? He's not a Pro Bowler. Everyone knows he's not a Pro Bowler. He didn't have a good season. He played
7 games.
Below average. Not even that. I mean, when you give me this number, you could almost say he was historically bad.
Out of 42 qualified quarterbacks in passer rating this season, he was 41st.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's not even, you can't even if you're a Shedeur fan, you can't even spin that.
Right.
You just can't. I mean, you can talk about different playbooks for him, and Kevin Stefanski didn't want him to be successful, which wasn't true. But the numbers don't lie in this situation. He wasn't good this year. This is in a Pro Bowl is so bad that it means nothing to be a Pro Bowler these days. Zero.
Well,
nothing.
Whoa.
Nothing.
It
Mike,
means,
nothing.
Hold on. It means something when the initial Pro Bowl rosters are announced. Those are the legitimate Pro Bowlers, okay? Then you start getting into the alternates, and that's where it starts to get wonky because guys don't want to play in the Pro Bowl. They just want to be announced as a Pro Bowler, but they don't want to go to it. They tap out because of injuries. They can't play because they're playing in the Super Bowl, whatever. And then you start to get into the 5th alternate, 6th alternate, 7th alternate, and before you know it, Mac Jones is playing in a Pro Bowl, and now Shedeur Sanders is playing in a Pro Bowl. It just shows what a joke the Pro Bowl is. Yeah. And I'm not here to trash. Listen, Shedeur Sanders, I'm not giving up on Shedeur Sanders as an NFL quarterback. He's like any other rookie quarterback. It takes time, but the idea that he's being elevated to this position simply because of his popularity or controversy that he creates is, let's just call it for what it is. And it's a PR move, and it's indicative of the sad state of where the Pro Bowl has landed.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. When you get down to that, he's a Pro Bowler. And he didn't play good this year.
Goes on his resume.
That doesn't
Pro
mean
Bowler.
That doesn't mean that to your point, Mike, that he was a rookie this year.
Right.
A lot of rookies don't play good.
Correct.
But this year he was not good. He shouldn't be a Pro Bowler. And it's a bad look for the NFL when you have a guy that played that bad this year and can say he's a Pro Bowler. It's all watered down. It's a shame.
Wow. It's amazing who listens to this show and weighs in on the RamosLaw.com text line. Just got this one. Hey, guys, I'd like to go to the Pro Bowl, too. Sincerely, Phillip Rivers. Actually, if you want to go by that, Phillip Rivers is probably more deserving of going to the Pro Bowl than Shedeur is.
That was really good. That was really good.
Good texter. We like that. Good stuff. Second down. All right, so this This Super Bowl matchup between Seattle and New England, how unlikely is it? How historic is it? By preseason odds, Super Bowl 60 is the most unlikely Super Bowl in at least 50 years. The Seahawks were 60-1 to start the season to go to the Super Bowl. The Patriots were 80-1. It's the first time two teams have met in the Super Bowl and both had higher than 50-1 preseason odds.
Wow. Okay. It's I don't think many people thought New England would be there this year. With what they, new coach.
Right.
And Drake May going into his second year, how bad it was last year.
So you're more surprised by New England being here than Seattle?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because Sam Darnold had done what he did in Minnesota?
Right, exactly.
You didn't think it was a fluke?
Well, I didn't know, but I just saw him play a really good full – if he had competent people around him, he had a good team around him, and he excelled. So I was definitely more surprised by New England.
Third down.
Well, you know how every year the NFL puts out their poster, whatever, if you will, for that year's Super Bowl, and the NFL has been accused of writing the script with some of the colors that are in the color scheme, and it ends up being the color schemes of the teams that are playing in the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, it was scripted. Well, how about this? They put out a logo at the start of the season. This was at the start of the season, and it's a bunch of NFL players all looking towards Levi Stadium and the Super Bowl trophy. And at the front of the picture, okay, as you're looking at the logo, it's got the established stars, right? It's got Saquon Barkley, it's got Joe Burrow, Mahomes, TJ Watt, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. But way up in the front of the pack, at the front of the pack, closest to the stadium and the Super Bowl trophy in this logo, there's like 25, 30 players in this picture. Right at the front, Drake May and Sam Darnold.
What? Give me that. Let me see that. Is this AI produced?
Take a look. Okay, that's the whole picture. Now zoom in on it. Zoom up to the front of the pack there.
Well, there's Drake May. Oh.
Standing next to Sam Darnold.
All right. They also have Baker up there.
Feeling dangerous.
Wow.
So.
We had Surtain. Surtain made the picture.
Yep.
That is crazy.
How about that?
That is, that's craziness.
But do you really think, folks, that if the NFL was going to script a Super Bowl matchup, they would have come up with Seattle and New England?
Very underwhelming.
Come on now.
No, very underwhelming.
Come on now.
They certainly wouldn't have done that. Sam Darnold, Drake May.
Right. Yeah, because screw them.
So, yeah, I'm not very. I don't know, Mike. I'm not excited at all about this Super Bowl. I have no excitement about it at all. I want to see the Patriots lose. I tell you that right now. That's it.
Yeah, because screw them.
I can't watch the Patriots win another Super Bowl.
I can't even go full Dallas Stars here. Last year, the Avalanche losing as early as they did in the playoffs.
Yeah, you take me off with that.
I wanted to see Dallas continue to win just so I could feel better
and you
about.
You love Miko, and you really do love the Stars.
The colossal. No. It had all to do with the collapse. No, it had everything to do with the colossal collapse of the Avalanche. I didn't want to feel so bad about it.
7.
So I wanted to see Dallas continue to move on, but not in this case. So one more here for you with this matchup. Again, sports. So the last 3 times that we have come up with a new pope, we have elected a new pope. All 3 times that we've elected a new pope that year, the Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl. In the 2005 season, a new pope was elected. They went to the Super Bowl. 2013, we know what happened there. New pope, Seattle in the Super Bowl. And now this year, new pope, Seattle in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So
bunch of Catholics over there in Seattle, huh?
Sports, baby. Sports.
How about that?
Nothing like it. Nothing like it. We are getting your Broncos AFC Championship leftovers, stuff that, not only that you want to continue to talk about, that got a lot of conversation yesterday, but maybe some things that slipped through the cracks yesterday that you do want to bring to our attention. And let's go back to a conversation we just had a few minutes ago with Mike Kliss. Is it becoming more and more likely that Vance Joseph stays put? And is that a good thing? That's next.
Support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital today for a chance to win 2 tickets to Super Bowl 60. One lucky winner and a guest can win 2 tickets to the big game, attend the exclusive Legends for Charity event, and a meet and greet with ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit, plus a 4-night hotel stay, round-trip airfare, and ride-and-share credit. Go to propeller.la/Super Bowl LX for more details. That's propeller.la/Super Bowl LX.
No donation required for entry. See official rules on propeller.la for details.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, feeling cooped up this winter? Mark Schlereth here. You know these Colorado nights can get freezing cold with your furnace running nonstop just to keep things cozy. But here's the thing. While your heating system is working overtime, it's also blowing dust, dirt, and debris through your air ducts and straight into the air you breathe. That's where Ductworks comes in. Your trusted air duct cleaning experts. Using a powerful combination of scraping and vacuuming technology, the Ductworks team clears out years of buildup, grime, and other gunk hiding in your ductwork. The results? Cleaner, fresher air, better energy efficiency, and a healthier home or office for you and your family. Don't wait until spring. Breathe easier now with top-rated service from Ductworks. Call them at 303-425-0985 or visit them online today at ductworks.com for a free residential or commercial estimate.
303-425-0985.
All Americans should do what they can to prepare for the future. Donald Trump Jr. here with an important message. More and more Americans are looking for ways to diversify their hard-earned money, and gold is the perfect solution. For example, a gold IRA from my trusted friends at the Birch Gold Group lets you diversify your IRA or 401k into physical gold with 0 taxes and 0 penalties. You stay in control with a tangible asset that's held value for thousands of years. And right now, Birch Gold is offering a free info kit to help you understand how it works. Just text the word SECURE, SECURE, to 989898. There's no pressure, no obligation, just the facts. You can't predict the future, but you can be prepared, but only if you educate yourself. So take that first step right now. Text SECURE to the number 989898 today. That's SECURE to 989898.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And I've learned to grind through injuries and keep moving forward. But now that grind is becoming a breakdown.
If you're ignoring joint pain, you're just waiting for a surgery you don't want. At Regenerex, they use your body's own biology, like stem cells, PRP, shockwave therapy, to repair the damage and get you back in the game. They focus on regenerating the joints, not just masking the symptoms. So you need to give my guys over at Regenerex a call today and schedule a free consultation. The number is 303-630-9770 or visit regenerx.co.
New deals, new wheels. AutoNation's New Year, New Wheels event is going on now. Drive any new or used vehicle 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Save thousands on Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Chevys, Mercedes-Benz, and more. 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation store today or AutoNation.com. On select models with approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase on deferred payments. See store for details.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season.
Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver.
You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an oh really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I was just laughing at, you want to know why Shedeur Sanders is in the Pro Bowl? Because he'll bring clicks, he'll bring eyeballs, he'll bring his stands, he'll bring his critics who will tune in to see him fail. It's the Sanders name, man. I just saw a little headline that they're previewing on ESPN. Should the Browns hire Deion Sanders as their head coach? To which I say, please! Please do that.
Wow.
Please.
Wow.
Let's uproot the stakes, get the circus tent out of here, and
you ready to be done with it,
ship
huh?
it. No.
No.
He's got
you
one
said
more.
Please.
He's got one more year. One more year.
Yeah, but you can't fire him.
One more
He's
year.
making too much money.
I don't care. One more year.
Will he just leave?
Then, well, you may not fire him. You may not be able to fire him, but doesn't mean you can't call for him to be fired.
It's going to be like a squatter.
I'm not calling for him to be fired. I just give him one more year. But
you know how those squatters, he's going to just be like, no, I'm not leaving.
Not leaving.
Not leaving. Sorry.
Like my office.
Yeah.
Foolishness. What are you going to do?
Wow.
Got the law on my side. But please bring that sideshow to Cleveland. To
be
able to sit back and watch that one.
I was
Yeah.
a little bit.
What do
Go
you
ahead,
got?
but I was a
Well,
little
no,
bit
why don't
disappointed
you-
with you with Kliss.
All right, well, hold
bit.
on one second. I want you, first of all, before we get to Kliss, I want you to recap. By the way, mark off today. I want you to recap how you had a chance to sleep on it last night and how you're a calmer, less petulant. You're out of your tantrum throwing stage
I don't think I
that
was
you were
throwing
in
a
yesterday.
tantrum. I was just pissed.
You were
I was
kind
pissed.
of you were
Okay,
kind of
I was
throwing
mad.
a tantrum that you need to
I
do.
was upset.
Cry yourself over.
Right. I was like a lot of Broncos fans, but now you can reflect on the season and really how much fun the season was. They lost 3 games in the regular season. They had the number 1 seed. Bo Nix played great. There was so many positives that you can take away from this season. And it stinks that the one game takes away from all of that, but that's what happens in NFL football playoffs. It's just one game. And it's a shame that it went the way that it went. Again, I would have rather walked away from that game and the Broncos lost by 20 and just like, Bo didn't play, back up. But I walk away from that game more mad, more upset because they should have won it. Like, they actually should have won that game with the backup quarterback. So that's why. But now I got a good night's sleep, feeling good, had a good dinner last night, and woke up refreshed and I have a new outlook now. And I'm just going to be – I had one day. You know what it was? Is like – so I had my foot – did my foot in Baltimore, right? And had a Liz Frank. And then so, like, it was devastating news. I was going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Devastating news. And so I got to 2 weeks after the injury happened. They didn't see it at first. Then so it was a total shock. Like, wait, what? And so my dad said, hey, you got one day to, cry about it, pout about it. But then after that, you're going to have to buckle up and move on. So that's the way I approach this game. One day to cry about it, pout about it, throw a tantrum, however you want to say it, Evans. And then now it's just time to move on and think about other things and have a different outlook. And so that's going to be my approach. How about that?
That's great advice.
Okay.
That explains a lot why your dad was a great dad and why he was a great coach. I mean, you can take a day every once in a while. It's okay to spend some time feeling sorry for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while.
Everyone needs a day.
Sure. Take a day. Feel sorry for yourself. Feel sorry for what happened to your team, and if you want to call it a failure. But I was just a little surprised yesterday that for a season that was such a, in many sense, where did that come from, magical joyride, with so many unbelievable things that were accomplished, that in the aftermath you were reducing that to a pass-fail. And I just thought that it should have been graded a little bit more on a curve.
I was mad.
You were mad. And you were mad and feeling a little sorry, and so you were allowed to have a day. You had a day, and now today you're better. What did I do wrong with my Kliss?
Oh, you weren't paying attention. You were over there.
I was arguing with somebody.
Yeah, you were over there texting. You weren't paying attention to what he was talking about, and then you asked him the same question he just answered.
Yeah, but I heard what he said.
No,
I
you
just
didn't.
wanted clarification and
You
confirmation.
didn't. You were over there texting with someone.
Is Vance gone? Is Vance gone? Is Vance gone? It doesn't sound like he's gone. It sounds like Jonathan Cooper, by the way, may have let the news out of the bag a little bit early.
Really?
He's best DC I've had, and he's. I'm happy that he's. I don't know exactly what to say because I don't know all that he said, but he's a great coach, and I'm happy to have him.
You gotta see the video because it's almost like he realizes whoops, I may have said too much.
Yeah,
and then he kind of caught himself.
Well, you can get that sense from that. I don't even have to see the video.
I don't even have to see the video.
Yeah, I think Vance must have told him. Sounds like it, or Vance told him. I'll be back next year.
You happy about that? If that's the way it's going to be, you happy to have Vance back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Defense was great this year.
We're back.
And in the biggest game they played, they were unbelievable. And I was nervous about them. Not being able to respond to the week before where it wasn't very good. Now, they did get 5 turnovers. The one thing they didn't do in that game was get the turnovers that they needed to get. But, man, they were great. And so I was impressed. They were on top of their game, and they played a great football game. And so, yeah, that would be great news for the Broncos.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you think of this strictly as a sports fan, and you tend to be more selfish as a sports fan, and you think about their importance to your team, and you're really maybe not so much interested in their career advancement.
Well, that was you last year, remember?
I know, and
you were being selfish last year.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm selfish. I'm glad that Vance is staying put. I'm glad that Vance isn't getting a chance to be a head coach again. I know that's mean, but we're sports fans, you want what's best for your team, even if it is at the expense of career advancement. So being able to maintain continuity in the coaching staff and be able to have a guy who is a terrific defensive coordinator stay put in that role, keep the continuity going, it's good for the Broncos. Probably not good for Vance, but it's good for the Broncos. And I think ultimately when you ask fans what they want what's best for them as a fan.
That's obvious.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, look, if he got a job, I thought that would be great. It would be well-deserved, a head job. But if not, he's got a great spot here. I'm sure he's not too upset about it. And I think for him, he wants to go to the right spot. You know, if he's gonna have one more chance to do it, you don't want to be too picky. But I also believe, I really do believe that Mike, that if the Cardinals offered him the job, he might decline it. I really do. I mean, and I know that would be tough to do, obviously, because there's not many opportunities out there. But I think he, and I'm not saying that happened, but all I'm saying is I think he wants to go to the right spot. And so I don't think he's all that upset. Like if it's, say, a bad run organization, what would you say, like the Jets, the Cardinals? I mean, there are a few of them out there where you look at and say, I hope they don't offer me the job because I don't want to have to turn down a job, right? So I think it's probably best if it's the Cardinals or go back to Denver and hopefully do it again and then get a better job. I think that might be the best for him.
But do you think that Vance is going to ever be able to get into that position where those real attractive jobs with the really solid ownership, with the quarterback in place, is that the level is that the penthouse he's going to be able to move into? Or does he have to accept the fact that if he wants to get another job, he's going to have to go into a quote-unquote bad situation, and he's going to have to fix it there?
Right. No, you're spot on. So that's the ultimate question there. If you're a guy like Vance, can you be picky when it comes to more selecting your spot, and will one of those opportunities become available for you? And how bad do you want to be a head coach?
Yeah.
If you do have an opportunity and it's with a bad organization, would you just end up taking it? Because at a certain point, you just got to say, all right, I got to take one if I want one. But Kliss told us it doesn't look like it's going to be this year for Vance. Good news for Broncos. And then go out there and do it again, right? I think they should have a really good defense again, Mike.
We're back.
Should have a really, really good defense again. You're returning most of the guys. Well, what do you think about the inside linebacker
First of all,
position?
let me just say, let me take off my selfish Bronco hat for a second and just look at Vance. I do feel bad for him from this sense. I think he's ready. And the Vance that I've been hearing the last couple of years when he talks, compared to the Vance who was here when, quite frankly, he was in over his head when he was the head coach here, I hear a guy who's ready to be a head coach again and ready to get up and command a room and ready to get out there and be the face of a franchise. I think he's ready for it. Absolutely. I think he can do a good job. But doesn't look like he's going to get that opportunity, which is ultimately good news for the Broncos, if not great news. You were saying free agency?
Yeah, well, Kliss was talking about the free agents on defense since we're talking about the defense.
Do you want to talk about the list of free agents first of all? Would you like a big old list first of all?
No, not right.
Or just deal with the defense? I can give you the key guys on defense.
Yeah, no, give me the whole list.
The whole list.
And then let's go to the defensive side.
All right, these are the key free agents that are unrestricted, meaning, no other rights other than unrestricted free agency. I'm just kind of going to go randomly down the list here. You got J.K. Dobbins. You got Adam Prentice, Michael Burton, Adam Troutman, Little Jordan Humphrey, John Franklin Myers, Justin Sternad, Alex Singleton, P.J. Locke. Those are your unrestricted free agents. So where do you want to start? How about Alex Singleton? Let's start with Alex Singleton.
Let's start on the defensive side. Sternad and Singleton. And Greenlaw, Kliss was saying he has a $9 million non-guaranteed salary this year. They're not paying him that.
There are going to be some contracts reworked as well, yes.
Either that or they're going to release him.
All right, do you want him back? Let's start with Dre Greenlaw. Did he make enough of an impact around those injuries and those absences to want him back?
At the right price. And if it's not the right price, no. No. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. You?
It's a really good defense. It was a really good defense, and when he was out there, I didn't it didn't look like the defense suffered when he was out there, but it also there was.
What does that mean? I don't want to. I don't. Is that your qualification to bring him back? The defense didn't suck when he was out there.
But I don't recall many.
What did he do?
But I don't recall many plays where it was like, wow, like Hufanga. There were a number of plays throughout the season. You were like, wow. I mean, this guy is just. Look at it. Look at that impact play. Look at that impact play. Look at that impact play. You know, look at those hands made of stone. I wish he could catch.
Ooh.
Do you realize how many? If he should have had, how many interceptions this year?
I don't. Some guys just can't catch,
two,
Mike.
Not three.
They just
not
can't
four,
catch.
Not five.
I mean,
he does not have elite ball skills.
No,
let's just say
we're
that.
talking about Greenlaw.
I know.
Look. I mean,
I would not.
He's
Consider
always hurt.
I would not consider him a must keep. If you can get him on a real team friendly deal,
That's
I do it. Otherwise, thank you. Move on.
Yeah, we'll have to find another downhill player.
Right.
You know, downfield.
Hard to
he's
find.
a downfield.
Evans.
Hard to find downhill linebackers.
Right, but he was but he just was never healthy. If it's at the right price, Mike.
Johnny's right. Johnny was just in my ear. He goes, I bet Luke Evans would have kicked the field goal.
Thank God we got the little guy.
I think you're right.
Wow.
I think in that case, Luka would have got the last word.
It's fitting your narrative.
I don't think so, Coach.
You're not close.
I don't know.
So Greenlaw, you want to bring him back 1 year, $4 million with incentives?
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that,
not at 9.
Other than that, I'm just I was tired of the song and dance, the circus. He's always hurt.
Played 8 games. 8 games.
He was always hurt.
8 games. 8 games. 43 tackles.
He didn't do anything.
1 sack.
He didn't do anything. It wasn't like
1 interception.
It wasn't like a situation where you looked up and said, "Man, when he's healthy, he is flying around the football field. He's a huge difference maker."
All right, so we move on from Dre Greenlaw. What about Alex Singleton?
I like Singleton.
Leading tackler on the Denver Broncos this year was Alex Singleton. It wasn't even close.
I like Singleton.
And that's missing a game.
I'd like to bring him back. Yeah, I'd like to bring him back. Guy makes plays. What do you think?
With the idea that he's one of my inside linebackers, but I understand the need for another impact inside linebacker, yes, I'd bring him back.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, this isn't Brian Urlacher we're talking about.
Exactly, exactly.
Sternad, special. I'd like Sternad back. He's a good backup. He's a really good backup, and he's a really good special teams player. So, I'd like to bring Sternad back.
Jaquan McMillan, he's a restricted free agent.
Okay, we don't need to worry about it.
But
we just put a tender on him. That's all we have to do. We put a tender on him. No one will touch him. Yes, he's coming back.
Okay, but you want to invest in him, which would only further highlight the idea that Jahdae Barron was maybe a wasted pick.
What do they tell you, Mike? You can never have too many good corners. So there you go. It is what it is. No, we're bringing back McMillan.
You got to.
You're bringing him back, right. Injuries happen. Things happen. I mean, we're going to pay him 1 year. It's going to be a 1 year, I don't know what, probably a $3.5, $4 million deal, maybe a little bit more, where you put like a second-round tender on him, and then someone would have to come in and sign him to a big contract, and then if they do, you get a second-round pick. So that's what the Broncos end up doing there. But you have to do it. Unless you can find a trade partner that wants to give up something for him, but I don't. I think you're in a win-now mode. We're not looking to trade guys like that.
So does the Barons drafting tell you that at least their thought going into this season was, we like Jaquan, but he didn't have the best of years last year, and he's not a big part of our future, and so now we want to go grab a guy that we think can be a big part of our future that we really like. And then Jaquan McMillan went out and balled out this year, and it was all of a sudden like, oh, well, all right, this is suddenly a good problem to have. We have more than we really need.
No. I mean, that's not. I mean, you drafted this guy in the first round. I mean, you drafted him in the first round because you think he's going to be a all-pro type of a cornerback. I mean, so it wasn't just to replace McMillan. I mean, this guy should be playing in front of Riley Moss.
But do you think they drafted Barron with the idea that they expected McMillan to have this kind of year?
I think you're overthinking it. You don't think about, like, you're looking at the player. Barron, and you're saying, we think this guy's got a chance to be a great player, a huge difference maker. You're not saying, well, what about McMillan? No, I think you're looking at this guy and you're saying this is a position of need. It's like a left tackle. You can never have, and you say, we think this guy can be a 10-year starter for us. That's why you draft him in that position. So that's going to be another topic of discussion because I haven't seen it from him. He's not like he's an underwhelming looking guy. He's not the Pat Surtain or even Riley Moss. I mean, this guy looks like he's 5'10". He's not the fastest guy in the world either. So I'm hoping that it takes some time with Barron, but I'm a little bit nervous that we can look back at that pick in 3 years and say, swing and miss.
Is Riley Moss a long-term Bronco? Is Riley Moss worthy of a second contract? He's going to be an unrestricted free agent after next season.
Yeah, we'll wait and decide when we have to. Just like with McMillan, like we'll put a tender on him, and then we'll wait and see.
So you haven't seen enough to say second contract.
No, I'm not ready to invest.
A really good year.
I'm not ready to invest in him long. He needs to clean up some things, and I want to see what it looks like this year.
He wasn't nearly the liability throughout down the stretch and into the playoffs that we all thought he would be midseason.
I've always been high on Riley Moss, and a lot of those calls were terrible calls, and most of his play is really good. It's just a few plays that he kind of panics and starts grabbing and gets, a little bit like you, gets a little bit handsy.
Little handsy. It's always been an issue with me. Been told to clean it up. In no uncertain
boxing
terms.
Boxing gloves.
I gotta walk around with boxing gloves.
Do you have to walk? Does your wife make you walk around with boxing gloves in the house?
Sometimes. The mittens without the fingers.
A little handsy. Oh. But see, I'm not ready to make a decision on. We don't have to.
All right.
But I think overall, you got John Franklin Myers.
All right, what about John Franklin Myers? He was like begging him back in the beginning of the season, sign me. I want to be here. But he just seems to be the odd man out, And it's not like they don't have younger, cheaper options. Uwazurike was clearly a big part of their rotation.
They
like Chop. They like Savion Jones.
We're going to move on.
High picks.
Yeah, we're going to move on from John Franklin Myers. You can't pay everyone. We paid a lot of defensive linemen.
Good player, though. That was a good move.
No, good player.
We traded for him.
We paid DJ Jones. We paid Zach Allen, Cooper, Benito. Did we pay Malcolm Roach, too? Thought we paid him.
Yeah, not huge, but paid him.
Recently? No, that's what I'm talking about.
Recently.
Like, didn't he get an extension or not? So we paid 4 or 5 guys on the defensive line.
He signed a 3-year contract extension in November 2025. Yeah.
So we just paid him too.
So he just got paid too. So JFM's the odd man.
And he's a good player. Seems like he's a really good teammate, good guy. So, Mike, your sources have told you that, right? They've confirmed that?
Well, I remember when they acquired him, and it's the Jets. Okay, so you put the asterisk, but I remember the Jets press conference, and they were asked about, and they were like, look, we did not like doing this. We love this guy.
Yeah.
And they were really, really bummed to let him go.
I had a guy that coached him.
And they admitted it.
Yeah, I had a guy that coached him that said he's a 2 thumbs up on all of those things.
All right, I don't know what kind of baseball player you were, but I'm getting ready to throw you a hanging slider
Pretty
here.
Pretty good shortstop.
What do you want to do with Adam Troutman?
You're fired. He gone.
Hey.
Look, I told you yesterday, and I was upset yesterday, and but I told you yesterday there's a couple guys that, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
But but you got to go. It's like, thank you, but no thank you. It's time to move on here. We're ready to turn this thing over, and you can't hold on. And my message to Sean, you can't hold on to Blanky and Binky forever.
I think he meant Whoopi, but okay. Blanky.
Everyone has a different name for it.
Binky, Whoopie. Yeah,
You can't hold on to it forever, right? So at a certain point, you got to grow up and you got to move on. So that's my message to Sean. Adam Troutman, thank you. Like, go somewhere else. Lil Jordan, it was fun. It was real. But the time has passed. We need to find new guys. The tight end position hasn't been good enough. And if we have to go back to Little Jordan, that means our wide receiver position group isn't good enough. So that's what we have to do this offseason.
It made sense year one, year two. You're coming in, you're stripping things down to the studs a little bit. You're trying to create a new culture. You're coming in, and a guy like Sean Payton, probably your initial impression of him is, whoa, this guy's a real, Richard. You know what I mean? And you need people in the room who can soften the message by saying, his bark's worse than his bite and all that kind of stuff. And that's what you have the Troutmans and the Little Jordans and the Michael Burtons and all those guys for. But at some point, okay, the culture has been flipped. The culture's been established. We can
get out of here.
We can get upgrades.
Yes.
We can get upgrades.
And if we can't, we just got to try.
Right.
Like find the new Adam Troutman. Find the new Little Jordan Humphrey. I mean, that's where we're at.
New Will Lutz?
No. What? What are you talking about?
I just wish he had a bigger leg. I know. He's clutch.
You're not wishing he had a bigger leg when he's banging through game winners.
I know. You're right. It's probably.
I just wish they could count. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He came out yesterday and said that he was having a Stokley temper tantrum moment and he was caught up in the emotion. He said that after further reflection, it was spaced out correctly. I don't know. You looked at it. What'd you think? You thought it.
I couldn't pull it up.
Both you and Stink thought it looked a little closer than
it did to me. Again,
it
looked a little closer than maybe what it should be. I'll go back and I'll get some more details on that. But no, we're not. No, we just signed Will Lutz too. By the way, he just signed a new contract.
No, you're right. I mean, do I wish the
You're
leg
getting
was
emotional about it.
I wish the leg was a little bigger, but the guy is nails.
Right.
I mean, pretty much 50 yards in, the dude is nails. He's clutch. You're right.
And I don't want to be looking for another kicker. Then all of a sudden, we got a guy with a leg, but he can't make a dang 40-yarder. Yeah, that's
right.
what. But he's kicking it over the net, Mike. That's what you want. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. When he rings one off the upright, boy, it makes a loud boink. Loud doink. What a leg.
Leg.
Listen to the sound of that doink. While we're talking about who to stay and who needs to move on, I got to ask you, and we'll talk about it coming up, J.K. Dobbins. He wants to come back. I'm sure a lot of Bronco fans want him back. Do the Broncos want him back? That's next.
The Broncos' offense fell flat in the snow, and Denver lost to the Patriots in the conference championship. As the magical season comes to a close, did Sean Payton prove his team is for real?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, your boy Stink here. Recently talked to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me, hey, over this last year and a half, it's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining. Some people haven't seen in over a decade here in Denver, Colorado. So if you're thinking about selling your house, now's the time to sell it. Still get top dollar. Believe it or not, Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. If you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you guys agree upon beforehand, he'll cut you a check for $5,000. Come on, who else makes that offer? The answer is nobody. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has the perfect buy for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-944-33. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. 720-944-33. That's 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then pick up the phone and call my buddy Troy, 720-944-33. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
and gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try us.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements: more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cutarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cutarelli for his live webinar tomorrow at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cutarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cutarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cutarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's tomorrow at noon. coloradorle.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Listener appreciation.
Our RamosLaw.com texters always answer the bell.
Mentorship.
You can't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. And words of wisdom.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. We are, as we typically do on Tuesdays after a Broncos game, your leftovers, stuff that maybe didn't get talked about as much in the immediate aftermath of the game. Want to hear from you. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043 on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and get involved there. By the way, congratulations to us, but thank you to you because we passed the 25,000 subscriber threshold on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. That's awesome, and we welcome all of you to join, and it's a lot of fun. You can get your opinion off to us, but a lot of times it ends up being a really good conversation, back and forth, arguments with your fellow listeners. So it's something to try out and check out, subscribe, and get involved. J.K. Dobbins yesterday saying, heck yeah, I want to stay in Denver.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Bronco. Yeah. I'm a Bronco. I'm a Buckeye, and I'm a Bronco. I wasn't drafted here, but I do firmly believe that I'm a Bronco and love everyone here. I even love you guys. And sometimes that's hard because as I can recall at the beginning of, like in the summer, you guys were you were predicting like 700 yards for me rushing throughout the whole year. I got that in 10 weeks, almost 800. So it is hard to be, hard to like you guys, but I like you guys. That's how great it is.
Fake media laugh there, but JK's a good dude. JK fit in really well. Good locker room guy. Very productive player. Lot to like about J.K. Dobbins. When you consider Stoke, they signed him on June 10th. This guy had been out on the streets for months, and he was picked up on a veteran minimum type deal, and he delivered before he got hurt. Okay, a lot of positives. Still want him back?
I'm going to pass right now, Mike. I like him a lot. He was on my big board last year.
You had him.
For the Broncos to sign him because he is a really good running back. He just can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. That's the facts. So you can't rely on him. So this is my plan with Dobbins. I'm going to go through the whole offseason. I'm looking to upgrade the running back position. And whether it be free agency, if another guy comes across that we really like, or the draft. And then we'll revisit J.K. Dobbins if he's still around after the draft and we haven't gotten a guy that we like. And that's where I'm at, unfortunately, with Dobbins. I wish he was healthy. I wish he played 17 games, and because you could tell, and I watched him a lot during training camp. All the guys love him. He's like that. He's that guy on offense that brings energy, that brings passion, brings some swag. You know, he's going to talk a little smack to the defense. They're going to go at it a little bit, but everyone loves him. And so you could tell he's a good teammate. He plays the game the right way. He's a good player, but I just think that we got to wait and see. We got to look to upgrade. You know, you can't bring everyone back here. We all love certain players, and we want to always bring everyone back. But you know, at a certain point, you got to look at what's best for the Broncos and their running game.
The tease of J.K. Dobbins is you don't have to wonder if he can play. The dude can play. If he's healthy, he's a guarantee. He produces. He can play. Look at the years in which he was able to stay healthy. First year in Baltimore, 15 games, ran for 800 yards and 9 touchdowns. Last year with the Chargers, 13 games, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. This year, 10 games, 772 yards, 4 touchdowns. If healthy, he's a proven, guaranteed contributor, but he can't stay healthy. So
he's only 27 years old.
How do you – but that's the reason why he was out on the streets until the middle of June.
Right.
And that's why he'll be out on the streets until the middle of June again this year. And it's why I agree with you. Broncos can say, look, we love you. Don't go anywhere. We know you won't. And stay close by the phone. We might be calling. But it probably won't be it definitely won't be till after the draft.
Yeah. Now, when you look at the other guys in that running back room, Harvey's going to be back, but at a certain point, you got to add a couple young guys. You got to add another young guy, then maybe a free agent, something like that.
Give me the profile of the type of running back.
Well, we got to get a big body. We got to get a big body
Give
back.
me a name.
A name? I don't know a name, Mike. I haven't looked at the free agent list.
No. Just give me like I'm just about
Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Just joking. No, I mean, there's not any more Derrick Henrys.
How about like a David Montgomery type physical runner?
I think he's going to be a free agent, or they possibly maybe he has a year left.
At maybe trading him.
Trade him. Yes, he's a guy that I really do like. Yes, a David Montgomery guy, a guy that can, make some yards in between the tackles. It doesn't have to be a hole there sometimes. I like his style. Physical running back, obviously, that can, the Broncos need that type of back.
Yep.
A bigger back.
What kind of impression did R.J. Harvey make on you this year?
I'm going to say good. He made a good impression.
Did he exceed your expectations for his rookie year?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
You look at the regular season, he had 540 yards. He played in every game. But out of the backfield, he made plays. He had 350-plus yards and 47 catches in the passing game. So I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. He had to take over for Dobbins, so now all of a sudden his role changed. It's hard as a rookie. Saw him in training camp early, trying to bounce everything outside because he could get away with it in college. But he learned, and he got better as the season went on, and he got more confident. So I was, I liked what I saw in R.J. Harvey this year. How about you?
I would say I was expecting more out of him as a running back, but I was really pleasantly surprised with him as a receiver. And I wonder moving forward if this guy, because of his size, has played himself into that classic third down change of pace back guy. That he's not the guy you want out there on first and second down when you're trying to, all together now, establish the run. Sticking with the run.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Yeah, you know who I'm talking to. I don't.
Damn you, Mike Evans.
I don't know if he's that guy. But as a third down change of pace guy, yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. But I'm with you. I think they need a bruising, more physical back. And that could be J.K. Dobbins, but so see what you can do in free agency, see what you can do in trade, see what you can do in the draft, and then if you still look around at the end of it all and you're like, well, hey, what do you think J.K.'s up to?
Right.
Give him a call.
Yeah, I that's where we're at. So some interesting decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Much better spot than what they were in, a couple years ago. When you're entering a spot where you need a lot of upgrades on your roster and you don't have a lot of money to spend. I mean, we're just coming out of the Russell Wilson doldrum of terrible contracts that we had to eat.
We're finally free.
We can breathe again. We see the light.
Believe in it.
Which, by the way, is another reason why I know the heartache of Sunday still stings. It's going to sting for a while. But consider that just 2 years ago, you had people around the NFL saying the Broncos would be lucky to be able to field a team because of the giant cap hit they were going to have to lug around for the next 2 years.
Big bite.
And it was a big bite. And what did they do in those 2 years? They won 24 games. They went 24-10 in the regular season.
Wow.
Went to 2 playoffs, won a playoff game, finished first, beat out the Chiefs, finished first in the AFC, hosted the AFC Championship game, and lost a 3-point game with a backup quarterback in the 2 years. In the 2 years they were carrying around Russell Wilson's cap hit.
How about that?
Does that maybe when you sit back and look at it and go, hey, you know what?
Clap it up. Great
Not too
job.
bad.
That's right.
Not too bad. Zach By, our buddy Zach, put out a good poll question about what you fans want for the new stadium. And the results were surprising. Or were they?
Explain yourself.
That's next.
Jarrett Stidham came out on fire, but ultimately couldn't overcome the Patriots defense. With bad weather and no run game, did Denver's offensive inconsistency finally catch up to them? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, tax season is here, and if you find yourself sideways with the IRS, I urge you to reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions. Todd Whalen's my guy there, and like everyone at Advanced Tax Solutions, he's incredibly experienced, incredibly determined, incredibly passionate about helping you with your tax problems. This is all they do, and you're not alone. A lot of good people making honest mistakes have fallen behind filing their taxes or filing them correctly. Please don't try taking on the IRS yourself. Put your trust in Advanced Tax Solutions. I've met some of their clients. I've heard the stories successfully reaching solutions with the IRS that saves people thousands and thousands of dollars, not to mention untold stress and anxiety. Unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, payroll concerns, independent contractor do's and don'ts, whatever problem, let Advanced Tax Solutions be right alongside you. Take control of your tax solution before the IRS does and breathe easy again. Call 303-753-6040 and at advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Guys, ladies, get real about your health in the new year with Synergetics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and ladies, take $200 off women's hormone tests. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Look for the best. Synergetics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication, and real results. Everyone I know that goes to Synergetics and Low T Center, well, it changes their lives. Walk in, book an appointment online at GetMyHealthFix.com.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. It's a new year, and you know what that means. Everybody's talking about getting something new, but wouldn't it be great to treat yourself to something new and better? If your home would be more comfortable with better windows and brand new siding, my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help make that a reality, guys. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton been serving Colorado for over 50 years, and right now they're offering 25% off Infinity replacement windows, 20% off a James Hardy siding. And to make it even easier, you can get 12 months zero interest financing. That's huge savings and a great way to start the new year. All you have to do is call 303-794-0490 to schedule your free in-home visit, or head on over online to windowsforyourhome.com. Remember, that's 25% off the Infinity replacement windows, 20% off a James Hardy siding, 12 months zero interest financing. Call them today, 303-794-0490, or find them online at windowsforyourhome.com.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High fives and fama jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane. Okay. Yours was, get off my plane.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Kudos to our guy, Zach By. He heard our conversation yesterday about my strong feelings that weather games are vastly overrated. And he put out a poll question on his X or Twitter handle. And the question was simple. As the Broncos build their new stadium in the coming years, where do you stand on a retractable roof? Having it avoids the slog of that second half on Sunday, but eliminates a classic setting of football weather. And he got 1,000 votes, almost 1,100 votes. For 5 more votes, it would have been an even 1,100. Should I? We already did it. 4 or 5? Nah, that's all right. Let's keep moving.
No, let's go for it.
Go for it.
One more time. We need to put a smile on my face.
Two in a show? All
right. 2 in a show, yeah.
You got me yelling now.
Sorry, Zach. It continues.
I want to pound his ass.
Day number 359 of the Zach By Sensitivity Smear Campaign. But it's a great question. Almost 1,100 votes, which is a great sample size. You were surprised by the results. Almost 67% say, bring on the roof, baby, with only 33% saying, toughen up, play outside. Why do those numbers surprise you?
Well, because I think most fans just say, oh, I want the conditions. I like it like it was on Sunday. I'm a fan. I want to be out there in the elements. This is what we do. We play football. This isn't basketball, right? It's supposed to be out in some elements sometimes. And look at some of the great games, the Ice Bowl, and some of the great games in Broncos history, and the cold, the elements. That's just part of it. That's part of being a football fan and going to watch games in the playoffs. That's what we do. That's what we've always done. I thought people would have more of that approach.
I'm very proud of the voters. Very good. Those are smart voters who made smart decisions, because the weather, I've had more time to think about it. The weather games are colossally overrated. It's not football. To say that that's football, it's not, because you just got done with a football season where 95% of the games were played in relative ideal conditions. And it is now 2 times in the history of the Broncos, in really a little over a decade, where I feel confident saying they were robbed of 2 more Super Bowl appearances because of weather. Games that if they had not been weather games, they win and they go to the Super Bowl. Sunday, and then, of course, your game, the Raheem Moore game back in the day. That team, your team, was so good, so loaded, so explosive on offense. You had played the vast majority of your games in one kind of environment, and all of a sudden that game you were forced to play in a different environment, and it cost you guys a trip to the Super Bowl. Simple as that. So I think the whole bit of football weather. The other thing, too,
that is football weather. That's playoff weather, though. That's what we see in the playoffs. It's conditions. We play in rain. We play in sleet and snow and cold. Playoff football can get a little nasty, a little gnarly, and that's what we're used to as a fan base. Now, for me, I want comfortable. I was getting cold when I had to sit in the front row of the suite with the window open. So I had to move back quickly to warm up, right? So I like comfortable, but I just thought more people would like that they would like the elements.
There was a time I felt that way. I sat through it on Sunday. I think we overly romanticized the idea of the conditions and playing in them. And, well, that's playoff football. Well, the majority of your season is not played in those kind of conditions, so now you're going to play your most important games, the ones that matter the most, in conditions you haven't played in all season long? It seems backwards to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll use it's a loose analogy, but here you go. The NHL has decided that it's worthwhile playing regular season games. They matter. There are points on the line in these outdoor venues. I mean, you can have a team that misses out on the playoffs by a couple points, or wins.
This is totally different.
Hold on.
Mike.
Are you
Come
telling
on.
me? But wait a minute.
Come
Are you telling
on.
me? But then again, when you think about those outdoor games, right? There aren't many of them, but they play them. And when they do play them, people go on and on about, oh, this is so great to see the game of hockey, the way it was played. And all these players are like, oh, it brings me back to my childhood being outside. All right. Would you like to be sitting outside at Coors Field with a hockey rink set up as the Avalanche play Game 7 in the playoffs against the Dallas Stars, and there's cloud, or there's ice glare, or the ice is choppy?
So now we're going to go play basketball outside, Mike? I mean, just because that's where Naismith, he put it up.
But I'm saying, Stoke, is that...
Come on, they play those games. They play them all indoors.
If you are playing the overwhelming majority of your football games during the season in one kind of climate, and now all of a sudden... You have a choice in the stadium that you build moving forward. Do you want to continue to open yourself up to the possibility? I mean, we just came off a season in which, and U.S. season ticket holders know it, where every single home game this year was played with temperatures above 60 degrees. It was ideal all season long. And I can't believe, for all the people who are telling me how awesome the conditions were on Sunday, I can't believe that one of you, when you were sitting there on a November Sunday and it was 65 degrees watching the Broncos, saying, this is pretty cool But you know how much better it would be if it was snowing right now?
Where's the blizzard?
And the wind was howling, and the wind chill was down to single digits.
Well, just,
Man,
we're
that'd
just
be
going to have the
great.
flexibility, Mike. It's fine.
No way.
We got the
No way.
flexibility.
Overrated. It's overrated.
You're not listening to me.
It's overrated. I know. We will have the flexibility.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So settle down.
I know.
You're getting all worked up.
I do get worked up about
just
this
settle
stuff.
down. You bad heart, and all that.
No,
stuff
good
you got
heart,
going on.
strong heart, very strong heart.
Okay, so
Very
look,
strong heart.
we're gonna hopefully have the retractable one, and so if we want to close it, we'll close it. We'll open it. We'll open it.
Fine.
It's all good. It's going to be a great stadium, and hey.
But so if we have a scenario like we had Sunday, and the game started, it was nice. I'm telling you, it was very nice when we all were filing into the stadium and watching the warm-ups. It was very nice. But in that scenario, you want the roof closed right from the start because of what the forecast potentially could be in the second half, correct?
Well, usually it takes a while for the roof to close, and I think the NFL makes you decide before.
Pick a lane.
Pick a lane and stay in a lane. And
so in that case,
do you think they would have listened to our meteorologist Chris Bianchi's report? And
well,
if they did, then they would have closed it.
They would have closed it.
If they got caught off guard, they might have thought it was going to be a great day and left it open.
I think we should have Chris work for the new stadium. He'd be the official weather guy of the roof.
We're going to have to add a new person on the payroll of Greg Penner.
They can afford it.
New person.
Let's get
meteorologist.
He's going to be the retractable
consultant. He can be a consultant.
Weather consultant.
Yes.
I like it. All right.
Problem solved.
Good job, 67% of you. Let's bring on the roof, baby. Bring it on. Weather games are vastly overrated. And it's let me ask you something, Bronco fans, okay? Do you want to be able to sit back as a fan and say, yes, I'm tough. I'm a real fan. I sit through the conditions. Or would you rather have had your team go to 2 more Super Bowls? Because that's what you missed out on because of the weather. All right, coming up next. Stoke, I had something I was going to tease. What was it? We wanted to talk about it. Oh, yeah, Stidham. What is up with Dover and Cecil? What did Jarrett Stidham do to them? That's next.
Sean Payton said he couldn't coach scared this week, and he certainly followed through. But did his aggressive mindset cost the Broncos a shot at the Super Bowl? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, we got a long way to go in 2026, but if you're somebody that is battling erectile dysfunction, how great would it be to make 2026 a win before it basically even starts? You can treat that erectile dysfunction by reaching out to my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where they offer potential solutions. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic understands that ED is a medical condition, and like many medical conditions, can be treated. And they come up with a customized treatment plan for you, and you cannot argue with the results. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. It's what I've learned about guys in their ED. They're stubborn. They put it off. They ignore it. They hope it goes away on its own. It explains why, on average, men wait a year or more before doing something about their ED. So don't put it off any longer. Schedule a consult today. What are you waiting for? Just $99. Take a blood test along with a T and PSA test. They may medically advise a test dose, and if that test dose does not work in the office, your visit is 100% free. 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Make that call today, 720-440-7900, and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
The Ultimate RV Show is returning to the Colorado Convention Center in Denver, Colorado. Admission is free. Join us January 28th through the 31st to shop special show pricing on over 300 fully staged new and used RVs. Get a first look at brand new models. Browse a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Check out the latest RV gear and accessories and enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Ultimate RV Show at the Colorado Convention Center, January 28th through the 31st. Get your free ticket today at ultimatervshow.com.
A friend asked me the other day why I loved being in the diamond and jewelry business so much. I'm Shayna Williams.
And I'm Dylan Williams from Williams Jewelers. It's not just about shiny rocks, precious metals, and meticulous craftsmanship from the world's very best.
It's really about you.
It's your life and loves. It's about your moments and the ones that define you.
It's the birthdays, the anniversaries, the birth of a child. It's when you're on one knee asking the love of your life to spend forever together with you.
For 3 generations now here in Denver, you've trusted Williams Jewelers with the most important moments in your life.
That's what's precious to us.
And why we love what we do here at Williams Jewelers every day.
You see, our why is you.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. In Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue, and right now online at WilliamsDiamonds.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Mountain High, proudly serving Colorado as a locally owned and operated business at Mountain High Appliance. Guys, they do such a tremendous job. Colorado's most complete appliance store. They offer an extensive range of major appliances from refrigerators to ovens. They've got it covered. They're knowledgeable and friendly staff, more than just employees. They're experts ready to assist you, providing you with a personalized experience, answering all your questions so you can make the right choice for you and your family. I have shopped them. I have purchased from them. I've had them deliver and install, and I can guarantee you they are second to none. And they've got all the inventory of the big box stores, guys. I'm telling you, you can shop with confidence as well, knowing you're not going to get a better price elsewhere because they've got that price match guarantee. 250 working appliances. You can test drive the appliances before you buy them so you know exactly what you're getting. Check out their showrooms in Littleton, Louisville, and their clearance center right there in Denver, Colorado. You can visit them online 24/7 at mountainhighappliance.com. That's mountainhighappliance.com.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastry at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
It's time to take care of you. Who better to help you do that than the top voices in well-being on Audible? Sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/wellbeing.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Boy, I'm so glad to see you in a better mood today.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't mad at you yesterday. I kind of felt bad for you because I hated the idea that loss on Sunday hit you in such a way that you were immediately calling the whole season a failure. I was like, oh man, come on, Stoke. I know you enjoyed it so much.
I did.
The ride. Don't just boil it all down to a failure. And it's good to know that after having a night to sleep on it, you're in a much better, more reflective mood today.
I am. Much more appreciative mood. Grateful for the season. Fun season. Fun season. We got to remember, I was upset yesterday, and I let my emotions dictate my behavior and my actions. And you shouldn't let your emotions do that. Right, Sean? Too soon?
Should be able to check your emotions.
Too soon?
Keep them in check. Yeah. Hey.
Play better.
You're human, right? You're human.
Right, we all are.
You are, you know.
Yes,
hey,
it's
man.
all good, all
sometimes
good.
you get feeling yourself a little bit, you know? Let's go. Smelling your fumes. Keep going, man. Push it.
I heard to your tease there, I'm doing much better today. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. And hopefully Broncos country is too. I guarantee most of Broncos country was feeling like me yesterday. We were ticked off. I really do believe that. You left that. If you were at that game, especially if you sat in the cold, I was a great climate control spot, and I was pissed. And so, but if you sat in that cold, yeah, you were ticked off yesterday. But if you have a chance to think about the season, if you go to a lot of those games, overwhelming success, a lot of fun moments. But I was listening to Dover and Cecil yesterday, and it was like the Jarrett Stidham smear campaign was starting.
Oh my goodness!
They were just like,
if I had a Jarrett Stidham doll right now, I'd be like, please point out where he hurt you,
right?
You know, that kind of thing, right? Or no, excuse me. Let me revise. If I had Josh Dover and Cecil Lammey,
right,
a lot of hair on the Cecil Lammey doll,
a lot
of hair.
I was hoping we'd get to shave that dang stuff off of
I'd be like, where did Jarrett Stidham hurt you? Please point to the spot where he hurt you. I mean, come on. Maybe they'll be different today, but I thought that was over the top.
Come on, dog.
What do you expect? Okay, again, just to put it in historical perspective here, okay? In the history of the NFL, going back to 1950, there had been only 8 quarterbacks who had ever made their first start of the season in the playoffs. None of them making that first start of the playoffs in the season in the AFC Championship game. And those quarterbacks had been 1-7. What were you expecting? What kind of miracle were you expecting from this guy? He's a backup quarterback
that hasn't thrown a ball in a real game in over 2 years.
Right.
In over 2 years, he hasn't played in a real game.
So if you were, look, I don't mean to be mean, but I'm going to say it. If you walked out of that stadium or you got done watching that game feeling you were duped by Jarrett Stidham, well, shame on you.
He's an idiot and a fool.
For having those expectations in the first place. What were you expecting?
Your expectations were out of whack. I was sitting there watching, on Sunday, and I'm like, Stidham's going to pull a bow here. We're going to win this game. We got to, after they went on their long drive and they kicked a field goal and the refs gave them a first down when they didn't actually get a first down, and but no one talks about that, by the way. We brought it up yesterday for a second, but no one talks about the gift that they were given on Drake May's sneak. That wasn't a first down, by the way. So, but yeah, just give it to him, NFL. Whatever. It's all good. After that, I'm like, Stidham's going to do it. Bo has found a way all year to do it, right? That's what he's done. Doesn't matter. We're going to figure it out in the fourth quarter. That's what I believe Stidham was going to do at some point. And then what happened, Mike? I don't know. This snow blizzard storm blew in, and I'm like, well, are you serious? Like, I want to get a real shot here. Give me a real chance. I mean, we didn't have a chance. I mean, barely throw the ball down the football field. We're screwed. I wanted to see a real chance because I really did believe that Stidham was going to take advantage of it and find a way to get it done there and then. The way the Broncos defense was playing, but then the conditions got so bad. I mean, all we were throwing was damn bubble screens and like, oh, this is not good. So, but I thought at that moment in the second half, I said, we're going to do it again. I really do believe that.
I heard the comparisons to Nick Foles. They couldn't be further apart. I mean, Nick Foles had by the time he pulled off that that Super Bowl in Philadelphia, the guy had started like almost 40 games in the NFL. All right. He played games that year.
Started that year.
Right.
Multiple
games. He started in 2017. He played in 7 games and started 3. So that was the guy that they turned to as a backup. Stidham hadn't thrown a pass that mattered in 2 years. So I guess they were mad because people were trying to talk up and made these bold proclamations, starting with Sean Payton. Well, what did you expect Sean to do? Come out and say, hey, we're screwed. You know, Bo's out.
It's over. We are screwed.
Fun year, but
you know, the history tells us that you can't win with a backup who hasn't played, but I guess we'll try. I mean, this is a guy who from the start in August talked tough. And guess what happened during the season? His team actually seemed to believe it and respond to it and make him look good. So
We're
why?
gonna be a problem.
So, you know, here's a guy who blew everybody away in August when he said, there's 6 teams I've coached in the past that I thought were Super Bowl caliber, and this is number 7. He said that, and you're stunned that getting ready to go into the AFC Championship game, he's talking up Stiddy? What would you expect him to do? I mean, right. And then if you're like, well, you know, the media, you know, talked up Stidham. Okay, again, that's on you for buying it, I guess, and being disappointed in it, because I think rational people looked at it. We talked about it on Friday when we were talking about what the week was like with the Jarrett Stidham talk. I remember saying it to you on Friday. Said it felt like a week in which people were trying to talk themselves into believing that it'll be okay. They were trying to talk themselves into it. Not that they necessarily believed it. They were trying to talk themselves into believing it.
Which is fine.
It's absolutely natural. So to have Stidham go out and play the way he did and be like calling for this guy to be shipped out of town immediately, whoa, settle down. Relax. Know the situation. Read it better.
You good?
Cut your hair.
Yeah, I thought it was over the top. I thought it was over the top yesterday that, you know, the shots being fired at Stidham. I thought he handled himself fine. You know, he made a nice play to Mims early in the game, got us in the end zone, had a nice drive going. And, you know, what would it have looked like if they did kick the field goal? You know, we've talked a lot, but how would Stidham have played differently if you were up 10-0 with the ball there with the screen pass? Would he just thrown it away? Would he try to do? I don't know, right? The game takes on a different life, and it does also for a quarterback that hadn't played a lot. Yeah. And so, but they didn't lose that game because of Jarrett Stidham. They didn't. I thought he handled himself just fine, and it was a shame that we didn't get to see more of him in the second half. You got to understand, the Patriots had like a 9-minute drive to start the third quarter to take the lead, right? And so and then all of a sudden you get the ball back, and the conditions have just totally changed, unfortunately, for everyone involved, but especially the quarterback, that when you're trying to make a comeback, those conditions were so bad that it just made it so difficult. But I thought Stidham handled himself fine, and he wasn't the reason the Broncos lost that football game.
Are you comfortable with him continuing to be your backup next year?
Sure.
I mean, why not?
Well, give me another guy. I mean, who are we going to go get?
I don't know. Cut him or trade him and sign Sam Ellinger to be your backup.
Well, we'll probably keep Ellinger anyway.
He's an unrestricted free agent as well.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, there's other guys around to be your third guy. But Ellinger, I mean, yeah, I'm good with Stidham. I mean, he knows this offense. Guess what? He's been great for Bo. You could tell they're buddies. And you got to give Stidham some credit for being a really good backup in Bo's development. I mean, that's an important position to have. A guy in that locker room, a guy in that film room with you every single day that you can trust, you can bounce things off of. And I guarantee you Stidham does a great job with that stuff. That's why they brought him back. So, the Stidham hate needs to – I'm disappointed in those two guys, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt real quick that they were as emotional yesterday about it as you were, and that with a day to reflect, they'll come in with a little bit more relaxed, conciliatory tone towards Stiddy.
That's fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. They're coming along at 10 o'clock. But up next, could the Broncos be losing a coach to the hated Raiders? What Mike Kliss is reporting next.
Support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital today for a chance to win 2 tickets to Super Bowl 60. One lucky winner and a guest can win 2 tickets to the big game, attend the exclusive Legends for Charity event, and a meet and greet with ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit, plus a 4-night hotel stay, round-trip airfare, and ride-and-share credit. Go to propeller.la/Super Bowl LX for more details. That's propeller.la/Super Bowl LX. No donation required for entry. See official rules on propeller.la for details. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cudarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar tomorrow at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cudarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's tomorrow at noon. coloradorle.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients, participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
The Stock Show is a staple of Denver. For 66 years, so is Silterhar Motors, Colorado's most trusted dealership. You don't last 66 years by cutting corners. You do it by keeping your word, by treating customers like neighbors, by earning trust, not just asking for it. That's the Silterhar way. Always has been. This Stock Show season gets 0% financing and leases under $300 a month on the best trucks and SUVs in Denver. Call, click STHmotors.com, or come by Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Either way, you get everything you want out of a dealership at Silterhar Motors.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
Miss an electrical problem and it can mean big trouble for your business. That's why Napa delivers parts, tools, and expertise to catch problems before they become breakdowns. That's Napa know-how.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. modern nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Still, of course, digesting, reliving, and I'm sorry, for those of you who are like, all right, Sunday's done, move on. No.
What?
No. You don't have a game like that and everything that came out of that and just digest it and talk about it for a day and then move on. Nope. Doesn't work that way. Does not work that way.
I need therapy.
There is an element of that.
Right. We got to talk this out. I feel better today than I did yesterday.
Yep.
You know what they tell you in therapy, right? How many times have you been to therapy?
I've never gone to therapy.
You haven't?
No.
Well,
I got my bleep together.
Got my bleep together. Well, I've never been in therapy either. But on TV, watching people go to therapy, you got to talk it out.
Yep.
You got to talk it out.
I watched The Sopranos.
Right. So that's what we're doing.
We're talking it out.
To make us feel better.
Yep.
I feel better today because we talked it out yesterday.
Yep.
And, God, what a season that was. That was a great season.
Good.
It's so much to build off of moving forward.
This is what I like to hear.
And I'm fired up about the offseason. What did I tell you about the offseason? What are we doing, Mike? Talk to me.
Offense, baby.
Offense.
All offense.
Offense. That's what we're doing. We're going to find a McConkey. We're going to get us a tight end or two. You know who I'm jealous of? I look at the Rams. They're tight ends. And then
they got like 9 of them.
They got 9. Can we get one?
I know.
Just stop being so stingy.
Higbee. Parkinson. Ferguson.
They got Ferguson from right up the road from here.
Yep.
And they just keep adding to the group. They just keep finding these second, third, fourth round picks. And so we got to continue to help Bo this offseason, continue to put weapons around him on the offensive side. And we got money to do it. We got draft picks. I mean, we're in a really good position right now moving forward.
Well, for those of you who are ready to turn the page and only want to look forward, we did look forward a lot with Mike Kliss, who was on with us earlier in the show, our 9 News Bronco insider, starting with what's going on with Davis Webb, who, boy, his stock has soared to the point where he's in a second interview with the Vegas Raiders. He's in Vegas as we speak. And here's what Kliss has to say about Davis Webb to the Raiders.
Yeah, I think there's a real chance that Davis Webb, who's never been a coordinator, never called plays except for a preseason game, but he is the quarterback whisperer, is kind of the reputation he built rather quickly for the development of Bo. I think he's the leading candidate there in Vegas. He's in Vegas. I think the Vegas Raiders arranged for him to fly for an interview last night, and it's going into this morning. I'm kind of on call here, wondering if, and even thinking that the job is his to lose.
Wow
is right.
I don't know. You've been a coach for 3 years. I wouldn't call him the quarterback whisperer. I think it's a little premature. But, hey, look, here's the deal in the NFL. You're trying to find the next hotshot young offensive genius to pair with a young quarterback. You're trying to find a Sean McVay and say, oh, my gosh, this guy, look, he's 30 years old, and he's been an offensive coordinator for a couple of years. And, this Davis Webb guy. Well, he hasn't been a coordinator, but guess what? He's worked great with a quarterback in Bo Nix. He played the game. He's been around Sean Payton, all these other offensive guys. This is what you try to do. It's just it's a big stretch. It's a big leap. This guy hadn't even been an offensive coordinator. He hadn't even got in front of the room and said, okay, this is what we're installing. This is what we're doing. He's just been a quarterback coach. Not saying that he can't do it, but it is a big jump to go from a quarterback coach to all of a sudden a head coach. But we'll see. We'll see. Why, do you think it gets done? I mean, Mike's acting like it's.
Well, he just said it. It's
he
basically
feels like
his job to lose.
Wow.
Oda Sean. We always joke about Oda McVay. Oh, wow, this guy brushed up against Sean McVay in the hallway.
No big whoop.
Let's hire him.
I was questioning the hiring of him to be our quarterback coach 3 years ago. Now he's possibly going to be a head coach.
So there must be, at least in Raiderland, that's Brady, that's Spy Tech. There must be a pretty healthy respect for what Sean's done here and what they've done with Bo, that they want to bring in one of Sean's lieutenants to work with their young quarterback that they're likely to draft in Fernando.
Well, then you have to look at, who does he bring with him?
Correct.
So you go to the coaching staff, who does he bring with him? Do you lose Lombardi or Carmichael to be the offensive coordinator with him?
Right.
Does Jim Leonard go to be the defensive coordinator?
Or does Tom Brady say this is what your staff's going to look like?
We're still here!
Well, I mean, don't discount that. There's plenty of examples where a first-time head coach comes in and the people who hire you, they know best, and they're like, hey. Look, this
youngster.
Hey,
come on, pat you on the
young
head.
buck here. Listen, we like you, but when it comes to the rest of your staff, we know what's best. Okay?
And what are you going to say if you're
exactly?
We've seen that here.
Happened with Vance.
So, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if he gets a job, and then if he does, I'm sure he's going to be able to bring some of his guys with him. But you never quite know when it comes to the coordinator positions what they're looking at and what they want to do there. But look, if he gets it, good for him. I mean, that's awesome for him. It's just the Raiders are the Raiders, man. They will spit you up and chew you out and spit you out again, whatever that saying
Right now,
is.
he's a Bronco, right? Right now, he's Davis Webb, Bronco. But if he does end up getting the Raiders job, aren't you going to kind of be like, yeah, way to go, Raiders. Way to keep doing Raider-type things. Because on paper,
of course.
Because on the surface, he's not ready.
No.
Nowhere near ready.
Right, so go for it.
Go for it, Raiders.
Right.
Go ahead.
Perfect.
What about VJ?
Vance Joseph is eminently more qualified than Davis Webb. And Vance Joseph has kind of fallen off, even though as a defensive coordinator, he calls plays. He had a great year. He'll never be hotter. And yet doesn't look like he's going to get a head coaching job. Even though he was interviewed for several of them, he's not going to get a head coaching job because most of these guys want offense.
Speaking of Ode McVay, it sounds like Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur's brother, who's the passing game coordinator / quarterback coach for the Rams.
For the Rams, yeah.
Is set to get the Cardinals job.
All right. Whatever. Good luck. Yeah, no, it's a bummer for Vance. You're hoping that he would get a job this year, but you want it to be the right one if you're him, if you're going to get that second opportunity. And then if you come back here, man, look, you're going to have a great defense again. Continue that continuity and continue to build off of what's happened here the last 2 years. And I just see this defense getting better and better.
Coming up next, what does arguably the most underachieving Bronco this year have to say about his future? That's next.
Whoa.
The Broncos' offense fell flat in the snow, and Denver lost to the Patriots in the conference championship. As the magical season comes to a close, did Sean Payton prove his team is for real? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at the Low T Center, Centergenics. Guys, for a limited time right now, men's TRT tests are free, women's hormone tests only $99, normally $299. Weight loss consultation free as well. Walk in or book an appointment at getmyhealthfix.com. Guys, I'm telling you what, Low T Center, Centergenics, they do it the right way. And results, man, I'm telling you, they are awesome. If you're feeling tired, grumpy, lack of motivation, not feeling yourself, man, they can get you back to feeling yourself, feeling like you were when you were young. I tell you what, they do a phenomenal job. And everybody who goes in there, it's easy. You take a simple test with their on-site lab. You're going to have results back right there on the spot, and I can guarantee you, you're going to feel great once again. So make sure you check them out. That's my friends at Low T Center, Centergenics. Guys, go get that test. Go get those hormones checked out. Go get that testosterone checked out and get yourself on a treatment that's going to get you back to feeling great once again. Check them out at getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names. I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
1-877 for kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Double crossing, you little punk. Can't believe you did that. Unbreakable trust.
See, I'm not like you. You just let me drown. You just let me drown. You do nothing.
And of course, emotional maturity.
All right, maybe a little bit angry.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We have a contender, Stoke, for the best text of the day. We got the one earlier when we were talking about Shedeur Sanders going to the Pro Bowl. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that the Pro Bowl has jumped the shark, I don't know what does. No disrespect to Shedeur Sanders. He's a rookie, and I'm not saying he's a bust or anything like that. He's a rookie, but
he didn't play good.
The fact that he was 41 out of 42 eligible quarterbacks for QBR this year. He was 41 out of 42. And he's going to the Pro Bowl, invited to the Pro Bowl simply because he's, an influencer. It's ridiculous. But, hey, it's the Pro Bowl. I don't watch the Pro Bowl. I haven't watched the Pro Bowl in years, so it doesn't really affect me. But somebody texted in and said, hey, I'd like to go to the Pro Bowl too. Sincerely, Phillip Rivers. Which was good.
Yeah.
How about this? How about this one? Further proof that you just never know who's going to be listening to this show. Here's another one. Hey, be nice. Davis Webb will certainly succeed. Sincerely, Adam Gase. Oh, now don't get mad, Stoke. I know that's your guy, but come on. He could easily be the next Adam. He could be the next Mike Shanahan. He could be the next Adam Gase.
Not funny.
Come on, man.
No.
You got to
laugh.
Not
laughing. No.
Come on, a little smile.
No.
A little smirk.
No.
Come on.
No.
We didn't have great eyes.
Look, I'm not gonna,
I see what you did there.
I'm not gonna laugh at my friends.
Huh?
No. I didn't appreciate that one, Evans.
Yeah.
I would have gave the bird to Payton. Yeah.
Okay.
The line, when you cross the line, I'm not gonna pretend like it's funny.
No.
Sorry. I'm loyal. I got loyalty, unlike you.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Unlike you and Mark.
It's kind of funny. Come on. Let me have a little smile.
Maybe.
Evan Ingram.
Ooh.
Oh.
Your boo. That's your whoopee.
I couldn't. Man, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I guzzled the Kool-Aid like it was coming out of a fire hose with the whole bit back in the summer, and Broncos got their joker and the tight end, and I was talking about 80 catches for like 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. This guy had the quietest 50-catch season, I think, in the history of the NFL. He was a massive disappointment. Hardly ever made an impact at all. So what about it, Evan Ingram? What was this year like for you?
A lot of the stuff, that was different, is out of my control. I can only do with what, do the most with the opportunities that I get. There are times where I had opportunities, there are times where they were a little slim. But yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things I learned is, always staying in the moment, being ready for when my number's called. Like I said, I do feel like I've made a lot of big plays this year that put us in great spots and help the team and whatever. So yeah, there were some tough moments in there. I felt like I wanted to always contribute more. Every week I want to contribute to the team. But yeah, a lot of that stuff is out of my control, and I kind of had to stop trying to figure out what that was and just focus on what I was asked to do.
Out of my control. I stopped trying to figure that out.
What do you hear there?
Well, a guy that probably was upset with his role and his opportunities. I mean, that's what it tells me. I mean, I've the one good thing about Ingram, I mean, he played 16 of the 17 games, which is nice. We were worried about his health. But no, that's what, when you listen to those comments, I mean, that's what he's probably referring to is, hey, I can only do so much. And you play a dependent position. You can only, if the coach isn't calling your number or getting you out there and calling the routes, then, you can't go out there and make plays. If the quarterback's not throwing you the ball, you can't make plays. And so I would view it as how he was used. He was frustrated with his role in the offense.
Is that a Sean beef or a Bo beef if you're Evan Ingram? If you feel you weren't used correctly.
Sean. That's the guy that comes up with a game plan, the guy that has the offense, the guy that schemes it up for you, the guy that told you were going to be the Joker and he was going to do all this stuff with you. I would think, listening to that and trying to come to a conclusion that that's what it would be. I mean, how else do you view it? I don't think you're not going to knock your second-year quarterback. The guy had a pretty darn a good year.
But maybe you just didn't have a connection with him.
Maybe so. I view it as more of a shot at Sean and how they used him offensively, not at the quarterback. How do you take it?
Why would Sean not want to use Evan Ingram? I guess I would counter with. He signed him. He talked him up. You guys told me that Ingram had a good camp, and you were really excited about what he could bring. And for a team that was in desperate need of playmakers, especially at the tight end position, I mean, he was out there. I mean, he didn't play – like if there was a 60-snap game for the Broncos on offense, he was probably out there for about, 25 to 30 snaps?
Sure. Yeah, probably so.
So when he was out there for those snaps, I mean, I get it if he's only playing 2 or 3 snaps, but he was out there for almost 50%. Why wouldn't Sean Payton want to use him?
Well, Mike,
and I'm not trying to pin you down. I'm just kind of curious.
I'm gonna give you an explanation. I think sometimes you view something one way and you have a picture of how it might be, and then when you get that, or it happens and you're going through it, it's just like, well, I thought it would be different. So did Sean think that Ingram was better than what he was? Did he think that his skill set was better than what it was? Did he view it coming into the season as I got this dynamic playmaker that I'm going to be able to do a lot of things with to help this offense? And then guess what? When you get the guy, it's like, he's lost a step. He's not that guy I thought he was. It happens all the time. But I don't know. I'm speculating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally speculating. And so I don't know what the reason was, but I do know one thing. It wasn't as good as we hoped and we thought it would be. I mean, he still had 50 catches. The one touchdown, that's the one part where you look at and say,
that's bad.
You're hoping for more when it comes to making plays in the red zone, getting the different matchups, especially the way that Sean uses guys down in the red zone and the things that they scheme up. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. But I go to Mike. Is he coming back next year?
I was just looking at his.
Well, I already have
numbers.
it.
All right, well, go ahead.
I already have it. I pulled it up a long time ago.
Great minds.
Yeah, well, not pulled it up a long time ago.
Okay.
I foreshadowed
You didn't even
things.
know who I was talking about when I teased this.
I know, but I wanted to get a feel of Ingram, and I didn't even know who you were. You're right, I didn't. So you look at his contract situation. He got a base salary of $11 million, which is a lot. But now you have to go to the dead cap and the cap hit. The cap hit is $14 million. The dead cap is $10 million. So if you do cut him, you have a cap hit of $10 million. If you don't cut him, you have a cap hit of $14 million.
You can save $4 million.
Save $4 million
by cutting him. What would you do?
Here's the other thing that.
And I'll preface that by saying, when we had the conversation yesterday, and you said bring in 2 tight ends,
right,
this offseason, that we weren't even talking yet about Evan Ingram.
No, we weren't.
So,
if you do decide to cut him, that cap hit that you have, the dead cap hit, you could do it as a post June 1st.
Spread it out over a couple years,
and then you can spread it out over 2 years. So if they do release him or whatever, they would probably go down that road. That's a tough one for me. I don't want to be completely bare at the tight end room, but how does Sean view him moving forward? Does he view him as a guy that it's just not going to happen? Well, then you got to move on. I mean, you would like to see a little bit more from him. He did have a good training camp. He still runs well. I just don't know why it was missing. What do you think? What would you do?
If you are right and Sean was expecting more and it just never really materialized for him, well, how's it going to change that much next year? Bo's coming back. It's your offense. It's the same offense. And is he all of a sudden magically going to fit into your plans? So if he's not, just consider it, all right, we tried it, didn't work out, move on. I mean, you can't keep throwing good money after bad. You just can't.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but if it just nearly wasn't as impactful, and if you just don't see it being better in year 2, then move on.
Might have to. You might have a point there. And then, to your point, Mike, will Ingram get more frustrated next year?
Well,
right? I mean, it sounds like
this comment's out there now.
Exactly. So does that make Sean and George Payton look at it and say, he's probably, we could tell he was frustrated this past year. You hear his comments, it's only going to get worse as we move forward.
Because if he's on the team next year, the first day of OTA is the first time he's available. Andrew Mason doing his job is going to walk up and say, you were on record after the season saying you're unhappy with your role in year 1. How do you feel about year 2?
Right.
Now all of a sudden,
and he'll give the right answers, but then
it's still a thing.
No, it is a thing. But then when you get to week 4 of the season and he's gotten 5 catches,
right,
no touchdowns, and he's got 60 yards. I mean, how does he feel then?
Right,
and that's what you want to try to avoid.
Our top audio of the day, we'll hear from J.K. Dobbins, Bolsey, Jonathan Cooper, all of them coming up next.
Jarrett Stidham came out on fire, but ultimately couldn't overcome the Patriots' defense. With bad weather and no run game, did Denver's offensive inconsistency finally catch up to them? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, we just got done with another successful stock show season. Great tradition. Part of Denver, reliable, delivers the goods every year. Reminds me of Siltahar Motors. Been reliably, consistently coming through for 66 years now. You don't last that long unless you're doing things right. And over the years, I've gotten to know General Manager Greg Larson, and I know how seriously he preaches and practices the values at Siltahar Motors, a locally family-owned business for all these decades. In honor of stock show season, Siltahar's rolling out 0% financing and leases under $300 a month on trucks and SUVs. Massive inventory, over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned vehicles, from 4 big dealerships in one. Ford, Lincoln, Volvo, Mazda. Do all your shopping at sthmotors.com. Get top dollar for your trade-in. Use their payment calculator to see what fits your budget. Apply for credit. Chat with a real person. All this at sthmotors.com or come visit in person. Conveniently located at Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Best prices, best selection, most convenience. That's Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door, literally, to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person.
Hi, welcome in.
They're powered by smart tech and ready to do your taxes for you. Get real-time updates while you go about your day. Confident your taxes are done right. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. TurboTax stores opening soon. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
The new spicy menu at DQ has opposites attracting. Spicy flamethrower chicken strips now served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new spicy menu at DQ at participating locations.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auction.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Listener appreciation.
Our RamosLaw.com texters always answer the bell.
Mentorship.
You can't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. And words of wisdom.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We've got some breaking NFL news that indirectly affects the Broncos.
All right.
Okay. You ready, Stoke?
Yeah.
This is brand. You have no idea.
No idea
where we are going. The Bills have themselves a new head coach.
Oh, can I guess?
But that's the whole point of this exercise.
I mean, my first thought would be Joe Brady.
Ding 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 ding
okay.
ding ding.
You know, he's been there, has a relationship with Josh Allen. And, you know, he's been on a lot of other lists to be a head coach. And so if you're their owner, Josh Allen's sitting in on these meetings, and you're going to try to help him out as much as possible. They've had a good offense the last couple of years, so just kind of made sense that it was going to be him.
Makes perfect sense. This guy was going to be a head coach at some point. Why not now? He's here. He's in your building. He works with your quarterback. He has your quarterback's, I'm assuming, endorsement. It's a no-brainer.
There we go.
And so, since Joe Brady was somebody who the Raiders have interviewed twice, and now he's off the market, it's just one less obstacle now for Davis Webb.
Right.
To the Raiders.
It's remarkable. You know, it's crazy. You can be a guy that just grinds for 20 years in the NFL and never sniff an opportunity, and if you're in the right place at the right time with a young quarterback and you do a good job, you could have a head. I mean, it's just crazy to think that a guy that hasn't been an offensive coordinator, he's never come up with a game plan. I mean, he's been a part of doing that stuff, but he's never had to give the plan to the offense and sell the offensive unit and call plays. And now you're just going to jump from quarterback coach to head coach. To me, that's a big stretch. Now, some people can do it. Some people can handle it. Just like some people can handle the transition from, college to the NFL or whatever, and they just do it. And some can't. So that's a big jump, Mike. Big jump.
And the thing too is that when you look at it, I think you brought up McVay earlier. Everyone's looking for their McVay, okay? But ever since McVay burst on the scene, how many have really panned out, right? Like, all right, we're getting ready for a Super Bowl with Seattle and New England, 2 defensive-minded head coaches. You look at the programs that have been the most successful over the last decade. New England had a defensive-minded head coach. Harbaugh was a special teams.
Andy Reid, he's an offensive guy.
But if you think about the new blood that's come in, who's really outside of
DeMeco Ryans a defensive
guy?
Yeah.
Who outside of McVay and Kyle? And Kyle was an offensive coordinator for a while too, remember?
Yeah.
Let's not forget. He put in his time before he got, he didn't just get elevated from quarterbacks coach to head coach. So, hey, listen, I'm glad that a lot of these teams get enamored with the idea that, just give this guy a shot. He's ready to be the next big
Brady kind of has hair like you. Y'all kind of have the same.
No, he's got Adelman hair.
Y'all kind of have the same.
No. He has
I need Mark back in here.
He has.
You're a mix between Mark Davis and Joe Brady.
Oh, shut up! Oh man, I nearly cussed. I nearly cussed.
Damn. Sorry, I'm just sorry.
All right, time for more Adam Gase jokes.
Sorry. That was good. All right, I'm leaving it alone.
He's got Adelman hair. He's got Adelman hair.
Yeah.
That's Adelman. That's that type of thing. So,
no, but it is. They're all young guys, old guys. I mean, you just never know, right? But you're right. I mean, Vrabel had done it before, and then had a year off pretty much, and then came back in. And obviously, he's a great coach. I mean, Mike McDonald, he's a defensive guy. They fired their offensive coordinator a year ago. No one talks about that. They fired the offensive coordinator, hired a new offensive coordinator, and Kubiak's son got a new quarterback, and it's popped. So
I think in this case, where this Bills move does make sense, is that you are promoting from within. This isn't Joe Brady getting hired by an outside organization. What you're doing is you're elevating a guy who knows the building, knows the personnel, knows the culture, knows the quarterback, and so there's a level of continuity there. I mean, it's already going to be a massive jump for him to now be the guy, to be the guy in front of the room and be the head coach. But at least he's been there, If you're Davis Webb, and you're leaving here to go someplace else and do all those things, plus now
they don't know
be
you.
The offensive guy too.
But he's been in charge of the offensive room. I mean, that guy coached LSU, the national championship as a coordinator. He was a coordinator in Carolina. He's been a coordinator in Buffalo. I mean, so this guy's been around. Joe Brady, he's commanded rooms.
Right. Not the room, but a room.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So there's still a step up, obviously, for him. I got a question. Okay, go ahead. You want to?
I think Zach's going to be happy with this as a Bills fan. I think. No, seriously. I think if you're a Bills fan,
sure he is.
If I was a Bills fan, this was the move I would want them to make.
I agree.
Right?
Yes, because you keep continuity with Josh Allen, same offense,
and it's an offensive guy.
Yes,
after all those years with McDermott.
Right. So absolutely, that was the only real play for them there. How many times does this happen? I don't know. I mean, it happened here. in basketball, but you fire the head coach and then you hire an assistant coach. It doesn't happen a lot, right?
No,
usually when you fire the head coach, your
point.
team stinks, and you're going to hire somebody from the outside. How many times has that happened where, I mean, give me some examples, somebody, please. RamosLaw.com text line.
This is very, actually, this
713-1043.
This is very Adelman-esque.
I just said it.
You know, it hasn't been around as long as Adelman's been here.
And Adelman at least was an interim here for a little bit before they hired him after the season.
Correct.
But you usually don't see that. Fire the head coach, hire an assistant coach.
Well, why did they do it here with the Nuggets? Because they felt like either Malone's message had gotten stale.
Coach is tripping.
Or, thank you, AI Ty.
Wow.
Or it had just gotten so toxic between him and Calvin Booth that you needed to make a change. But you recognized that the overall culture was still pretty good. You had a guy in Adelman who would be able to just slide right over to another chair. He's comfortable with the players. He knows the culture. He knows the players. The players have his back. So that made sense. In this case, it was probably as simple as McDermott had just, not that his message had gotten stale, but he had just shown that he couldn't climb that.
Why is everybody so sensitive about him getting fired? All these national guys are so sensitive about him getting
national
fired.
Guys, how about those sensitive Bills fans who put together a petition with like
600,000 people
want him to get his job back?
Toughen up, Bills fan. Bill Mafia. Really?
Come on.
He's never won y'all anything.
Exactly.
So do you like going to the playoffs and getting your heart ripped out, losing in the first round, losing the second round, can't stop? He's supposed to be a defensive guy.
Yeah.
What have they ever stopped anybody?
33
never.
Points allowed in
never.
all their playoff losses per game.
Everyone is so upset.
I know.
Hey, guess what? The press conference with the GM and the owner, whatever. But for people to think that McDermott's got like some pelts on the wall, like he's got Lombardis, like he's got rings. He's never won a big game in his life. And what are we doing? I mean, we're mad at the owner for firing him? I mean, what does he want? Isn't the point to win a Super Bowl?
Toughen up, Bills fans.
Exactly.
I guess you need another lake effect storm with 2 feet of snow. Get out there and shovel. Clearly, you're not tough enough.
Played better.
What has happened to old school Bills fan would be like, get him out.
Right.
Goodness. I remember Zach was saying he didn't think they had the heart to fire him. He didn't think the owner would want to fire him. Didn't have the heart to do it. And they did it. And I give them a lot of credit for doing it.
Did they really do it, or did Josh do it? Josh Allen, coach killer.
He can't be that guy.
Coach killer.
It's impossible.
Wow.
Look, I don't think when you get to a point where you have the status that Josh Allen has in Buffalo or Nikola Jokic has in Denver, coaches don't get fired like that. Established coaches don't get fired like that unless they have the blessing of the best players.
I don't know.
Oh, I
don't
totally
know.
No.
I don't know.
I think
you got a guy like Josh.
I think you're naive to think that they don't have a say in it.
I don't think Josh Allen had a say in it.
I think he
and
did.
I don't think Jokic did. I think he didn't. He got told.
I think if Nikola Jokic
you don't
said,
believe everything they tell us?
I think if Nikola Jokic said, hell no, that's my guy, that's the only guy I want to play for, they don't fire him.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean he was involved in the process. I mean, they said, hey, we're firing the guy, and he said, oh, okay.
Well, then he was okay with it.
Okay.
He was okay with it. I'm just telling you, if he wasn't, they wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
That's all.
Right.
That's all. No big deal.
But it's been a good. I mean, you're right about Adelman. I mean, he wasn't a part of the drama that was creating a bad culture, right? And he slid in, and obviously he's done a really good job. So, but these Bills fans that are just so sensitive about, and national media people are like, I can't believe they fired Sean McDermott.
Soft.
What does he want, people?
Right.
His ceiling is
the
established.
Point, you have you have an MVP, you have an all-time great in Josh Allen. The point is to win a Super Bowl. You just want to keep losing?
Whoa.
Is that the point?
Back off on the all-time great. Whoa, easy there. All right, yeah. Dover and Cecil, who, boy, I hope they wrote. I hope they took a page from Stokes' book, got a good night's sleep, and come in with a new attitude. And aren't so mean.
Not everybody's as mature as I am. They can actually, look deep within after a day.
I hope they can do it, and I hope they're not as mad at Stiddy as they were yesterday. Man,
I will die on this hill.
Poor Stiddy. All right, we'll find out.
Stiddy for the city.
They're coming up next.
I will die on this hill.
Sean Payton said he couldn't coach scared this week, and he certainly followed through. But did his aggressive mindset cost the Broncos a